Hello everyone and welcome back to the Triangle Table Tavern. It's good to see you again. We have dark dwarven ale being brewed downstairs, so if you fancy yourself a glass,
It's strong.
go ahead and get yourself some and pull up a chair, relax. Friends at home, if you're watching and you like your experience here at the tavern, feel free to share with your friends, reblog, retweet, whatever the kids are doing these days. But yeah, it's free for you. Just hit that not subscribe, but follow button, and help us out on the follows and all that. So the most important, I think, for me anyway, the most daunting announcement of the night is my online dice store. So a number of you know that I create the forged dice, the D20s, and all the other ones too. As of right now, I've just opened up a small selection of them. So they're actually going to be the D20s. I've opened up a small number of them, but they're going to go quick. So if you were looking for them, then get them now. Otherwise, you're going to have to probably wait till a good long time. So for those waiting, also your dice are coming up. I'm working on them. It's a process. So there's a lot of steps that I have to do in order to. Right, yeah, so I'm the only guy in the world, first of all, who does it. And
just brush that.
no.
It's the Luke gift.
Yeah.
You know that saying when pigs fly? Well.
I'm a pig.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, right now they're available. Go ahead and check that out if that's your fancy. Next week, I'm going to be doing dice giveaways. And I'm not talking about the plastic dice. I'm talking about the forged dice that I create.
Ooh.
I'm going to start off. I'm going to start off with the D6s and the D4s. They're a little bit easier to create for me. So next week we'll see which one I choose, whether it's a D4 or D6. But tune in, and you'll hopefully be able to enter into a drawing. We'll do a chat roulette kind of thing. And pick the names. Oh no, that's wrong.
We're not doing chat roulette.
No. Not doing.
You'll see a
We'll
whole
be
different
picking.
Jeez.
We'll
and
be
not 20s.
picking names from chat to be entered in drawing. So yeah, next week look for that. Another announcement, big announcement. Did you guys see this past week? We've had character portraits up. We had a short little bios and descriptions of the characters that you see on the show. They were up on our Twitters. So if you haven't, go ahead and check them out right now at Triangle Table Tavern, Triangle Table, and then at Tremahia. So go ahead and check them out. Tell us what you think about them.
Yeah.
They were drawn by our wonderful Kristen.
Woo! And they were super dope. They're also on Instagram.
They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook.
At Triangle Table.
At the
Triangle Table.
At the Triangle Table, because someone took the Triangle Table. Whoever you are.
We're going to find you.
And we're going to make you give us a Triangle Table.
So, another big announcement too. The maps that Devin Rue created for us came in, and they are so gorgeous.
Is that hand painted?
Hand inked and colored.
Oh.
I was watching her do it, and
That's pretty
I'll pass them around, and you should see the detail.
That's
The
amazing.
fine points of these pens that she uses. I thought it was blown up. I thought the scale was a lot larger.
Sure.
No. Yeah.
Well, the mountains look like they're coming at me.
They
It's crazy.
technically are.
It's in 3D.
Yeah, I
3D without having the third dimension. So this is technically the map of Tremahia. You have the realm of Alta up here, Highguard down here, right here. Sorry. You have Haven right up in the upper left-hand corner, and then the realm that they are currently in, the Westland, which is right over here. I believe they are right around there or so. They have just left Quintessa, and they made it over to the mountainous regions, the Iron Mountain, to help the dwarves out. So I'm going to pass them around to show you.
What do they mine in the Iron Mountain skill?
Well, you'll find out tonight. And yeah, mountains. Yeah.
Ooh.
It is. Okay. Thank you for that.
Fancy English writing.
So this is the parchment version of it. So check that out. I love it. This feels so good. And you guys can't feel it at home, but just pretend it's like a thick parchment. All right, I'll give it to you.
Okay, fine.
Who's the name of this?
Devin Rue. So
Devin
at
Rue.
Twitter, you can find her at Devin
My
Rue,
goodness, Devin
and on
Rue.
Instagram at
Wait.
Devin_Rue.
How do you spell that?
DEVENRUE. So the one on Instagram has an underscore in between, Devin Rue. But check out her work; it is phenomenal.
It
I
is
believe
fantastic,
currently
yeah.
she just finished the Taldore, the Critical Role map.
Oh.
Also gorgeous. I mean, it's
Very
like
pretty.
everything she does is just amazing. So
Yeah.
when
Super impressed.
yeah, so obviously I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna commission you because
Awesome
this is
job,
gorgeous. So thank you, Devin, for that. If you guys are almost ready, I'm gonna go ahead and go into character intros
Feel
or
like an old
player
person
intros.
trying to like look at.
So if you missed last week, we're gonna go ahead and start with our paladin, Kristen. Tell us a little bit about you and your character.
I'm Kristen. I am an artist, and in this game, I am the resident tall girl. I am a 7-foot tall half-elf paladin of Athena.
Oh.
Yes.
My name is Guillermo Dorado. I am.
Every time.
I am the accent. I play a drow monk with a bit of a mysterious past and a bloody blindfold under a vow of blindness. However, now I travel across Tremahia seeking the finer joys of laughter, jests, songs, and ale. So, there's that.
Right. Well, I am Amalthea. I'm a half elf. I have a bit of a troubled past, but I'm better now, and I found
Well.
I'm not dead yet.
and I found these amazing people to adventure with. So.
And I am Amber, and I play Trixie, the half-elf rogue, with a sly wit and very sticky fingers.
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, write down that you have a
Sticky fingers.
Yeah, sticky fingers.
I've got that
Write it down.
Got that.
The antitoxin. The antitoxin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yes.
Worth
right.
valued at actually 50 gold. It wasn't. You wasn't trying to.
Fucking 50 gold.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a cheaper price.
Expensive
So all right.
But yeah,
Adam.
and I am Adam, and I play Mr. Jingles. He is the sorcerer, wizard, bounty hunter extraordinaire who is he is a fashionista, and he is a slayer of evil in his own mind, who has partnered with Trixie and is looking for a way to find glory through his exploits through Tremahia.
And bounty.
And bounty. And
And booty.
and clothes and anything else that's nice and pretty. He just got a parasol, so it's okay.
Right.
Is he Don Ash's next project?
Is
Maybe.
Don Ash his next
no,
project?
no. Is Jingles Don Ash's next project?
Oh,
Maybe.
Like I
Trading
said last
spaces.
time, I'm a wild stallion.
Well, you do owe me a
Untamable.
favor, but
All right.
Touche. Touche.
we'll see
So-
what happens.
Last time on Welcome to Tremahia, the adventurers woke up from a night of drinking and song. They met the dwarves once again that they partied with the night before, who had told them about the water pressure shortage, basically, that's happening on in their kingdom, and they decided to take it upon themselves, the adventurers did, to help them out. The next morning, the dwarves went out to go find word of their kin via Falcon and let everyone else here know what was up, what their basically their day's travel was going to look like. The party went on, and they went to go find a few items themselves. Trixie picking up a nice antitoxin vial. Jingles picking up a parasol.
It's pretty.
Highlander picking up a stone.
It was a marble.
Marble. Sorry, yes, very, very, very important detail.
Seduce.
A
It could
marble
be-
eagle
This could be. I mean,
statue.
It could be like the lynch, like the
in the,
the selling
in the
point.
work.
The selling point of this bargain that we may have to do. So.
And Donash had acquired through means of special communication with the with Jeren of the Jade Desert a blue stone, which is a wondrous item, and he has yet to find out its secrets. Although
got
someone
one, right?
else may know a little bit about it or so.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
They met up with the dwarves once again, and they traveled on to their kingdom, picking up some supplies and doing a little bit of trade, offering their iron and their different metals and precious metals and stuff like that for food supplies so that they can help their kingdom. Upon traveling over a bridge, they had a little slight encounter, but they managed to walk by that with no real bloodshed. and they head on over to the mountain. They talked to a few of the local kings, the kingdom's folk there, and eventually talked to the king himself. Upon talking to the king, they found out more about the situation and that they thought that goblins might be the cause of their water shortage. So the adventurers set on and to basically take the quest up on to themselves and help out wherever they could. The dwarf supplies were limited and they couldn't really spare a whole lot of soldiers, but they did offer you guys the Skull Company. So
It's like SEAL Team 6.
you'll get to meet them, and they're wonderful.
Yeah.
You guys had a little bit of your own little mead hall night where you challenged Armender as the lead blacksmith. He gave in and lost the bet. He gave you 20 gold, I believe, was the final.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. You guys fell asleep for the night, and you guys this morning, you hear a on your door.
What? Hello, hi, who's there? Isn't it a little bit early to be waking everybody up?
No. Get out.
Oh well, they really, they're a friendly bunch down here, aren't they? Okay, alright, I'm getting up. Slowly but surely I'm gonna pull on the nice, like, silk robes and everything and kind of saunter over to the door and open it up.
You open it up, and Armender greets you again and goes, all right.
How's he looking?
He's looking a little worse for wear. He's got dark ring under his eyes from the drinking the night before. But he still looks pretty up and at him for even just for a dwarf. For dwarves in general. He beseeches you to come forward, and he goes and proceeds to knock on everyone else's door. You, as you guys wake up for the day, you guys start to hear the forges now being opened up and the flames spitting out, the wheels turning once again, turning the bellows. And the sound, even though you're in the halls of the king himself, it's very loud. It still echoes throughout. You're not anywhere near them, but it just has like this ebb and flow, right? And it just it hits you. Armenders eventually greets you all again and goes, all right, good morning. I'm gonna take you down to where the Skull Company is. From there, I've got to go and do my normal work, my duties at the forge. From there, I think, well, it's up to you. Follow me. And he turns around, and you can see him already with his gear on. He's got a few hammers hanging off the back of his belt. He's got a few pouches on him, and he puts on his cloak. Doesn't have the hood up, but you can see him. He's just, walking. He drinks a little bit of water to kind of
Offset the
yeah, right. You guys all make your way down to the actually taking the lift that you took yesterday, the night before, and head down to the lower level, meeting out with a bunch of a lot of dwarves now walking around. A lot of them are getting ready for their morning work, and you can see them hoisting up their backpacks and their picks and their shovels, and they're heading over to their carts. Now, as you head over to the forge where Armender is technically walking, you see on your left-hand side a large opening of the mines itself. You see a number of tracks leading up to pretty close to where the forges go, where they dead end, where you met the jeweler and the blacksmith and the coal worker. They're all starting to get going themselves. You can start to hear the tinking of the hammers and the clanking and all that. And Armender stops and turns around and goes, "This is where I leave you. Skull Company there." And he points up into the distance, and you can see 3 dwarves getting their armor on and putting up their helmets and polishing their shields. And head over there. He kind of gives you a nod and good luck. And he just kind of turns around and goes back and he starts unpacking his stuff and working.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for the assistance. Hopefully we'll be able to help out. Yeah, it's adieu.
And you can
Drink when I get back?
He turns around and goes,
I'll take it as a
yes!
Before we leave you, who's the leader of the Skull Company? Do we refer to anybody?
That would be Captain Dozarûn. He kind of points in the general direction. You can't really tell from this distance from where you're at right now.
Nozan? Uzan.
Dozarûn.
Dozarûn.
And as you guys near the Skull Company themselves,
Are we still having Hylene up in the front? Our band here?
I think so.
Alright, Hylene.
She's a good shield.
I think so. Formidable!
She emanates goodness. People respond to it.
What's his name again? Captain
Dozarûn.
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 Dozarûn. Okay. I'm gonna put
And
an
his brother,
accent.
Dozarûn.
I'm gonna put an accent over that.
Sorry, I'll let myself out.
So the first dwarf you come towards is a shorter dwarf. He has a little bit of a scrunched face, a white beard, bald. You can see him kind of like making sure that his hammer is fit and ready to go. He's kind of just hammering on it with his fist. He has his shield hoisted up and is fitting it to his arm as he sees you. Oh, hello there. How can I help you?
Hi.
We are being taken down into the mine to discover what is going on with your water.
Oh, I was told about you. Well, you're gonna want to talk to the captain over there, and he points off to the distance, just a short distance away, and you can see a taller dwarf and another secondary dwarf too. Both of them bald as well, and the captain seems to have a darker skin. He's got a silverish grayish beard. The other gentleman, the other dwarf, gentle dwarf I should say, has a bright orange beard. Again, bald. He's got tattoos on the top of his head. All of them
He's
seem
a gangster.
He's the
All of
captain.
them seem to not don on any helmets except for the captain. He's got his already on. And he's both of these two dwarves, the new dwarves here, have their backs kind of turned to you, but as they're kind of fitting their armor for the day and just putting their pauldrons on and fitting their cloaks and such.
Is it your company that's been down into the mines already?
Are you talking to?
Yeah, the short. What's
They're
his
all
name?
short.
Oh,
Short
sorry.
stuff!
The shorter. What's his name?
Mealy.
Mealy. Okay, I'm gonna write down his name so I don't have to call him the short one.
Oh, it's okay. People know me as that all throughout these parts. I tend to come up to a lot of people's navels. Don't worry about it. You can call me the
It's like
short one
a-
or Mealy. To your
You
hip,
love
yeah.
navel?
to your navel. Oh yeah, our company has gone down to the mines several times over.
And these three, are you all that's left?
Well, we are the special contingent here down in the kingdom of Dozarûn. We are the special forces. We'll put it that way.
Understood.
You're the best of the best.
Yes, I think so. And he takes your little smile and the gleam.
Elite force. Okay. Well, thank you for the information. I was just curious. I've heard that many of your men have not come back
It
from
is
the
true.
mines.
They are the normal foot soldiers of the kingdom. It is unfortunate, but we also had some miners and other workers down in the mine themselves, and they got curious. We have a long labyrinthine dungeon down there. The mine shafts continue on into infinite, it seems. We kind of have a path that we kind of take, so we'll probably be taking you down. Let me introduce you to the captain. So he walks you over to where the captain is, who's just now fitted his full-on breastplate and just kind of like, you can see it kind of digging into his collarbone, and he just looks around for a cloth and kind of just stuffs it in there and turns around and goes, "Oh, pardon me. How can I help you? Mealy, who is this fine folk that we have ahead of us?" "Oh, well, they're here to help us out. They are the ones that were sent by the king." "Oh, that is correct. All right. I am Captain Dozarûn. I am the leader of this band here. We are known as the Skull Company. To whom do I speak to?"
I am Hylene Leodon of the Athenai, here to assist you.
"Interesting. I have not met an Athenai in a while. You, sir?"
Name's Danesh. You'll get to know me a lot better.
"That's good. Hopefully you can know us as well." He kind of like pops out, yeah. "Oh, I see. And now he's right a little bit taller than you are.
Taller than me?
He's taller than 5'2". you, sir?
My name is Mr. Jingles. I'm a bounty hunter, and we are here to solve your problems in whatever way we can, by whatever means necessary.
Excellent. And you,
I'm
miss?
Amalthea.
Well,
Awesome. I wish you got that.
he gives you a nod and goes, well, we're going to pack our packs here in just a moment, and we'll be, yes.
Question.
Yes.
Why do they call you guys Skull Company?
They all produce a shield at the same time. And emblazoned on the very, very front are huge geometric styled shields, all with a large skull.
How lovely.
That's pretty cool. Okay, alright, I see it now. I see it.
Our motto, a cloven skull thinks and plots no more.
I like that motto.
He shows you a tattoo in dwarven runes. We hold it dear.
I don't speak Dwarven, but I assume that's pretty cool.
It means love and water.
It's like all those
Soup.
Japanese
Soup.
Courage.
So, Dozan, we're going to go
Yes,
down.
lady.
You're taking us down to the mines right now?
Yes, where we think, well, we have a normal route that we kind of go through, and we'll be telling you a little bit about the shaft itself. At some point, we'll be leaving you to the main shaft.
You're not coming with us the rest of the way.
Oh no, we have a route that we kind of take. We patrol the mines. It's deep inside, and we'll let you off near the end where we think the issue is at hand. I'm sorry, were you told something else?
You're throwing us to the wolves.
We weren't really told much. We just
No.
were told that we were going to be going and solving this problem, and
Okay.
perchance with your help.
Well, we'll be down there with you for the most part, yes.
Okay. Well, Neely was talking about how the mines stretch off in infinity. So as long as you can maybe give us some kind of
He boasts a lot. He kind of gives him a slap, and when he slaps down, it's still on his head. You know?
yeah.
It goes in infinitum, I'm telling you. And he just kind of like angrily sits on one of the chairs that's nearby one of the tables that they're fitting their armors on.
Sure.
He's grumpy.
I like Millie.
Pay him no mind. And you can see that the other guy, who hasn't told you his name, he's just kind of like just staring you at all. He's just a tad bit taller than the captain, but he's just a great scowl. It just doesn't trust you. It just gives you a...
So I go to Captain Dozan. I go, Captain Dozan, you have Millie here. We don't seem to know who your third partner is.
Baldrin.
Baldrin.
Kind of gives him a little bit of tap and goes,
What's up, lad?
Just want to know who we're traveling with. Just want to get you.
All right. You're traveling with us. Is that enough?
Perfect.
All right.
he kind of sits back down on his chair again.
This is gonna be great.
And Dozan goes,
You'll have to excuse my teammates there. They've seen stuff.
Seems efficient. Man of few words, very concise. I like him.
That he is. He is very my kind of my counterpart, if you will, my right-hand man. Merely helps out whenever he can. Anyway, let's get right into it. And he kind of watches he points off to the distance where you see the mine workers are now hoisting up their carts and they're pushing them down along. And the 7 tracks that first started off in the very beginning break off into the various mines, and the mines themselves also break off even further. And you can see the mine workers take their carts and move the track switch and move over to a different track, and then maybe the ones right behind them switch back over to their other track. And you can see the entire stone workings here is very sharp and geometric. Stone, dark stone, all carved all the way down. The pillars every 20 or so feet. The dwarves begin. The Skull Company begins, hoisting up their shields and marching. And they don't really have like a rhythm necessarily, but you can kind of tell they have
They
purpose.
just got a badass walk.
Yeah, they have purpose. It's all
Permanent slow motion.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a long time to get there.
they have a little bit of a lean to them, leaning forward just a little bit, just like.
Need some 70s cop music right now.
Yeah.
Go company, yeah!
The main tunnel has about 3 tracks side by side,
And as you walk on for about an hour, as the dwarves themselves talk to you about the various workings of the mine shaft itself, they split off. The one on the right splits off a little bit later than the other one to the left a little bit earlier. And you're now left with one single track where none of the miners seem to be traveling on. It's kind of like a lone path.
Now, when you say track, are we walking along the track?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The mine shaft itself has has shortened a little bit. So after the tracks split off, the mine itself has gotten a little bit smaller.
Okay. All
We
right.
see many carts go past. How
That's,
fast
no,
are they
that's
going?
what I was going to say,
Okay.
because I don't know about like roller
No,
coastering through this thing.
The ones that you did see earlier, this is,
Are they-
for the most part, no. They are. They don't have any kind of pumping mechanisms. Although they have to brake on the side.
Yeah.
They're pushing their carts, so it doesn't seem like
Oh, okay.
they're there isn't much of an incline at this level where you're at. As you continue down this path, it does kind of dip down a little bit, but very, very slightly. Not a whole lot. You can kind of tell that well, none of you are dwarves, so you really can't. So, but yeah,
This
the
is a
night.
good time for perception.
I kind of just like speak up to whoever is listening in Skull Company.
Sure.
I go, path less traveled, huh? Why is no one down this track itself? You guys mined all the way through.
Well, Amelia now speaks up. And goes, well, you see, we kind of took out all the ore that we needed from this various vein. It produced a lot, but then after a while, we took out all the resources. So we just kind of travel as part of our path. It kind of splits off, and we take up various other lifts up and down to patrol the area, and we go and snake in and around. This is just our particular path right off the bat, and we'll continue on further.
So I suspect that we're not going to be bumping into any more dwarves working.
Oh no! This is pretty much it. We are
End of the line for you.
we are the deepest of this mine shaft, this particular mine shaft. Yes.
It's just us here on Earth then.
Oh yeah.
The other lovely dwarves that we've spoken to thus far have mentioned that there is perhaps a possibility that goblins are involved in the predicament you are all in. And I just wanted to find out whether or not you have had encounters with, said goblins or other creepy things that live under the earth.
Oh, various forms of creatures. Yes, we have encountered them, but as you can see, we're pretty good.
Yeah,
And you can see a scar on his left cheek, and the dwarves themselves, the other two dwarves, they have scars, but
It's the pretty good that concerns me.
oh, okay, well, yeah.
So what have you seen? Just so I have an idea. I've never been this far underground, and for a surface dweller, it's just a little disconcerting.
Well, every now and then we'll fight these large. They're not kitties. They're not cats
I
necessarily.
love cats.
Oh, these are a little larger. They are purple in their fur. They have tentacles on the top of their
Oh, lost me
back.
the tentacles. Okay, all right. No, that's good. That's
Panther size?
How many tentacles?
2.
Why do they live in the mines?
Oh, well, the mines, they go deep. Well, they find their way up. The various mines end at caverns, and the caverns we don't really explore, you see. It's just too difficult for us. But the other creatures, they sometimes they take refuge in our abandoned mines.
Would I know what he's talking about since I'm from the Underdark?
Make a intelligence check. I'm like, which one? That one. Why not?
Probably not.
it's been 100 years. It's okay.
Yeah, that's a 5.
5. There are many things in the Underdark. There are many things even in above the Underdark, underground too, that just dwell here. Being that you lived in a cave for about 100 years, you would know that there are various creatures that do live underground, not even necessarily deeper in the Underdark. The various types of creatures.
Do you think that we'll be running into one of these creatures?
Well, who knows? This is kind of why we are down here with you. We're here to guide you the way, and then also protect you if need be. But you guys all look to be able-bodied.
Yeah. No, we shouldn't need much protection. We should be fine. This is what
Well,
we do.
This is the reason why I'm staying closest to you.
is because you. Alright, no, okay.
Is that a good choice? If I may make a suggestion,
I'm just gonna,
please.
yeah, I'm just gonna kind of
So this one too, Donna?
No, it's a.
Well, Dozan is actually closer to you. Fallen is actually Fallen is actually way behind. He kind of just like every now and then he's keeping watch behind the.
And I'm
shoulder.
gonna kind of slow down towards where Malthea is.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of lean over to her and I just kind of like I go, if we my eyes here, how far down are we going?
Well, the incline isn't that steep so far, right? So I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah, we're going more in than down,
Yes.
from what I understand.
I'm like 15 feet down.
I was gonna say I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm over like off to the other side. I summon dancing lights, just very inconspicuously to just kind of like.
He's gonna go. Oh, and kind of like move a little bit away.
They just follow me. Yeah,
Do
they
we
just
want
follow me.
bright lights so that people know we're coming?
I
or
want bright
creatures
lights.
know
Thank you
we're
very much.
coming?
They're not
going
bright. They're not
first.
bright. They're very dim.
I'm
And
in the
there's
dark, that's very
they're scattered about. There's like one kind of at like every corner of our group. So
Okay.
On that note, is it dark? Like, are we using dark vision or torches or anything like that?
So there are torches every, let's see, every 50 feet or so. So it illuminates a portion of the mine and then gets dark again, but then you see the next glow up ahead and it kind of encompasses you once again and you leave it again.
So then with dark vision, we can probably see pretty well.
Yes, and then also Dozan has himself a torch. And he's actually holding onto it. With his shield, he's holding onto it and he's got his hammer, his giant war hammer.
Captain Dozan, can you tell me anything about these goblins that you've encountered?
Well, we've only encountered a few of them. They don't really. They are aggressive to us because we are dwarves, and we to them. It's kind of a racial thing. I don't understand, really, to be honest. But I try to bridge a gap where there really is none. They don't allow me to get close enough to talk to them. Unfortunately, this is just the way things are between us. But hopefully you all, being of different race than dwarf, will be able to talk some sense to them, even find out what's going on, why the water is being siphoned.
Have you observed their clothing? Did they have any symbols on them that might indicate?
No,
Their
the
affiliations?
few that we had captured, I didn't get a close look at them, and eventually they escaped. They're cunning goblins.
How big are they?
He looks at Mealy.
Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about small goblins?
Sure.
Okay. That is 19.
Goblins have, well, okay, I think last session I had mentioned that the mountain type of goblin, they kind of seek the refuge in the mountain because they want to avoid contact with the world at large. So they either are nomadic tribes that just wander from place to place, or they find other hunter-gatherer types and they try to settle down, and they have a location to pretty much as a base of operations where they do their work. These mountains are pretty sparse, even though they're tall, but they're kind of out, if I may.
Oh, handy
What a
that.
good
So
opportunity.
Wow.
the mountains that you are currently at are in this region right here. They're not part of the main. I mean, they branch off of the main mountain region, so they are smaller than the ones that are snow-capped. They themselves have snow on them, but not as much snow is to be seen. When you guys rode here, nearing the springtime, you didn't see any snow fall or any kind of snow-capped mountains. So to answer the question, it's you're not entirely sure, but you think that these goblin folk would be more the nomad or the hunter-gatherer set location type.
And what language do they speak?
They speak, well,
Common?
Yeah, they would speak probably common, what you know, also goblin type of language. They probably have different dialects, but they probably talk amongst each other, different tribes and whatnot.
I hear Dozan's reply to Highlander. I said, "Cunning. Do you mean hiding around a corner, cunning, waiting for us?"
Possibly.
I bring my fireflies a little closer.
Me again.
Okay, sorry. Okay, all right. I'll bring him away from him.
He kind of like does a little small jog and kind of hangs around you two for a while.
Can I make a perception check and see if there's any like tracks or marks around
Sure.
where we are right now?
Sure.
See if anybody's been there.
20. So you take a look, so you kind of make your way towards the front there to not get confused with any of the current tracks being made. And you look into the ground, you see tracks probably made about a day ago. And they seem to be the same type that the dwarves are currently making now. There aren't any others.
Anything like on the walls or whatever? Like
The walls, so as you guys are continuing down this mine shaft, the carved stonework begins to end, and then it becomes the actual rough earth itself. Now there are wooden frames that also have the sconces or the torches on each beam. As you guys pass through them, the earth itself becomes a reddish brown on the bottom, whilst the walls are still a grayish hue.
About the people that, if I can be so bold to talk about the people who went missing, the dwarves that went down these mines and have not come back. Was there any kind of recurring theme or anything that just seemed out of the ordinary with these specific dwarves today? Were they known to be adventurous or maybe not very cautious?
The few that I knew, and it's not personally, but just knew, they were the curious folk, yes. They went down and they probably didn't meet a good end. They probably got overrun. They went on their own. They didn't even let us know that they were going down. And we don't even know where they went.
That was
So
what I
you
was
guys
about to
haven't
ask.
searched for them?
No. We are few in number. The Skull Company is all that's left as part of the King's contingent. So we need to stay close. We do our rounds and we report back.
Pragmatic.
Like I said, efficient.
Yeah,
Success.
very efficient. I am impressed with the way that you all handle yourselves.
Well, we keep our eyes open and continue on our way.
Sure. As you guys continue the walls again, begin to narrow a little bit more. We're now, instead of the 10-foot wide gap, you're now close to 5 foot. The track themselves kind of meander through this the rough earth.
A little claustrophobic.
You can hear various drips now of the water kind of leaking from the ceiling of this shaft itself, hitting standing water beneath you as the cold air, consumes you now. There isn't any fog down here. You can see pretty clearly for part of most of the way where the torches are, and you can see Follower is actually going in on every so often on one of the torches, taking it off, reapplying, stuffing it out, and reapplying a brand new like a bandage, a cloth, wrapping it in tightly, and then adding kerosene onto it, relighting it once more for the rest of the.
How often do you venture down here?
Daily.
Daily. All right.
You need help with that, Velbro?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need help?
He looks at your blindfold, but he doesn't. Yeah, I can always use help. And he just hands you a bunch of sticks that don't have any cloth in it.
I grab him. Alright. Just start. Is he giving cloth?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got cloth in his
Stick.
Yeah.
he's watching to see if you can even grab them. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
said you grab them without ease or with ease. And,
Sure.
All right.
I start going ahead.
So he, and now you can see now his backpack is full of these sticks, and he's got a bunch of canisters of kerosene. You can imagine.
Okay. You tell me where to put them. I'll be right next to you.
So you two actually now kind of walk ahead of the rest of the group as you guys go over to some of the torches are not lit. A few of them maybe have only one, and you can tell that those are the ones that need to be reapplied. So he takes that one out, kind of starts wrapping it. You can go onto the other side and take that one out, wrap it, add kerosene, relight them.
As we're doing this, I kind of like try to find an inn with Valrum and kind of like work near him. And as I just kind of talk, and I go, "These goblins. Captain said they were cunning. Is that why you're keeping quiet?"
No, I keep quiet because I'm always listening. And he sees his eyes dart around, look around.
And I look at him and I go, "As am I." I point the blindfold.
Curious.
I've got your back, Valrum.
Not yours.
And I just fucking I just like strike it. No, not like I strike the torch, yeah.
He's still kind of like, even with his composure, he kind of just backs up a little bit. He hands you another set of sticks.
And I hand him the torch.
You guys continue on further.
And I was gonna say, obviously there's nowhere to hide, but Trixie's trying to be quiet and maybe lag back
Sure.
just a little bit.
Sure, that's fair. Mealy has actually gone and kind of done the. You can see that they're actually taking turns. There's like a structure to what they're doing. Dozan is up front with the head of the party, or not what he thinks is the head of the party with Hylane, while the other two dwarves kind of do a little.
Height-wise, I'm the head.
Are we in the order of like the Verizon bars right
Yes.
now?
Yes.
It's our marching order all the time. Sorry, you're last.
So
okay.
Mealy will be hanging out with you there. He's also
Okay.
looking over his shoulder every now and then. As you continue down for another 30 or so minutes, the cave or the shaft that you're on opens up to an area, a small little chamber. Before you, you see two ore carts, in the middle of this large space on the tracks. From there, you can see wooden gangways, catwalks, where the dwarves may have gone up and mined near the ceiling of this opening. The tracks that you're currently on lead further ahead into a tunnel. Mealy speaks up. Oh, we've arrived at the auxiliary refinery. We have several deep in the mountain here. It's so we don't have to have all the ore to haul it up back to home base. We check if the ore is good here, and that way we can smelt it and refine it. And well, we've used up all the resources in this area, so we kind of just left it here, abandoned for the most part. Valrum speaks up and goes, "Keep it down, Mealy." Okay.
Is this where you guys tend to encounter things like you were talking about earlier, the things with the tentacles?
As you guys are walking, as you talking to, I assume it's Mealy?
Either one, whichever one likes me better.
Mealy.
Mealy looks up and he goes, trying to keep
I
it down.
keep the fireflies away.
Also trying to keep it down because he was just told to shut up by Valrum. He says, well, we have encountered a few. It's good to keep your guard up. As you guys continue walking into this middle of the open space there.
Is it
How big is it?
vast? Yeah.
Yeah. How big is the room?
I would say it's probably about 80 feet wide and a good 20 or 25 or so feet tall.
So voices really carry here.
Oh yeah, it's echo.
Echo chamber.
Right. You can see water dripping from the roof onto a standing puddle near where the ore carts are. You guys can see tools on the ground. Pickaxes, hammers, shovels, there's chains and planks, and there is a nice thin layer of rust around everything.
Okay. And I kind of speak quietly and I go, I understand that you guys have mined everything here, but you just abandon your equipment after you're done. You don't take it back to home base at all.
That is a little weird.
Is that not dangerous? Somebody could pick it. I mean, I was about to pick up a pickaxe just then.
It's not dangerous to pick them up, no. They're just the rust.
No, but what if
Depending on who picks
right,
them up.
exactly. Somebody might take one and use it to murder you. I wasn't going to do that. Just for the record, that was not my intention.
Hard thoughts.
I think he kind of jostles his shield a little bit and goes, "Don't worry, we're gonna be fine." And just as that moment, as soon as he finishes that sentence, you can hear off to your right, against the wall where you just came off of. You can see forges there, old abandoned forges. You can see a series of little tiny cars, smaller than the ones that you were watching before, smaller than the ones in the center of this chamber here. And you can see there's a bunch of coal spilled on the ground there. The noise is coming from where the forges are at themselves.
If it wasn't the tetanus, it's whatever that is.
I thought you said that there probably wasn't going to be anything done. I thought you said something was going to be down here.
And you see a face, a panther's face. Look out at you. Yellow, baleful eyes, piercing through the darkness of the forge. Put one set of paws out.
Can I do an intimidation check?
Intimidation?
How does Hylene scare the cat?
I can do speak with animals. Can I do that?
You
That is
can.
11.
Okay. So,
Right.
11. It is actually staring. Pretty much, it's kind of eyeing you all right now. You see the second set of legs appear, and a third.
From the same creature, or
The same creature.
Okay, all right.
Two
This is
tentacles come out from attached onto the back. You can see white spines sticking out of the pads at the end of the tentacles. A pinkish hue to the very base of it. The entire panther-like creature is purple. The yellow, baleful eyes piercing through the darkness now.
It's a whole big bag of nope.
Everyone roll initiative.
all right.
20.
That was
Pull it
very
up here.
Jeff Goldblum movie.
That's
And we'll go to...
Do we get to write in those?
So you guys are right here.
Cripe. Criminy.
So, as I recall, you were near up front. Trixie was way back.
Terrible self-score.
Donesh, you were near the front as well. Amalthea and Jingles, I will put near each other, along with Mealy. And Falrum is actually close, right there. Right there. All right.
Someone, we have to use the cards to kill this thing. Like, it's gotta be like that real.
Pick him up.
I know it.
Is that the sound they're
Everyone-
making? Was that the sound they're making?
I know
That's
it.
the sound.
I don't like
I don't like it. I know what it is.
You know what it is?
Yeah. I can't. I know. My character doesn't know. So I can't tell you guys.
Well, you would have dealings with this possibly being in from the Earth. You'd have to make a check for that.
Okay.
And I think you didn't you already?
I did.
Yeah, you did. So,
There's no
well,
law.
okay. Now that you see it,
Okay.
you do another check. So, well, let me get
Yeah,
everyone's 20 to 25.
Wow. He's ready to kick some kitten ass.
What is it?
20.
20. All right, 15 to 20. Okay. Okay.
Said-
10 to 15.
14.
14.
Oh, this is a bad day.
Oh my god. Oh my god. These
5,
guys
10.
suck.
Beat that 5.
5,
I got a 6.
6.
Oh, Donish.
Cuatro. Because you know, we're going to sit in the back of the crowd and wait for everyone to do their moves. And we'll come in later. I rolled a. Is this still an intelligence check or is this a? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wait for your turn, but
Okay.
yes.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to roll just yet.
I did.
Okay. The dwarves.
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
Skull Company will roll their initiative.
Go Skull Company! Help us.
Oh my god, do or die, God. And they start like. Yeah.
Skanking, nothing on us! Nothing on us! You gotta learn the haka.
You're right.
That's gonna,
Oh,
that's gonna
yeah.
help us.
These guys are way too cool for a frat handshake.
I know.
This is like where they just like spit, smack hands, and then like bump shields and headbutt each
That's
other.
what I was gonna say. They do the headbutt.
And they get like 4 or 5 damage on each other before they go into battle.
Because who needs hit points?
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I lost one last session. Was that? Who was that?
I
Somebody.
think you did that to yourself.
Did I do that?
You were holding
Oh,
Flame,
no, no.
flame.
You healed that. You would have healed it during the night, but
Oh, that's right.
Trixie's
Yes.
arm, grabbing your arm.
That's right.
That's right. That was you.
Upon seeing 1,000 gold pieces. Yeah, nail damage,
It
piercing
was
damage.
for a good reason. Excitement.
Nailed him.
So, all right, Highlander, you are up first. You see Kitty.
Aw.
I almost don't want to kill it.
Tentacles.
It has tentacles on its head, so.
Looks like
Okay,
a.
so it's not an actual kitty. I'm just gonna charge at it and try to hit it.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh god.
Roll at disadvantage because.
Okay. Oh, that's right. 'Cause it's-
Well, no. As you go to walk up to it, you see the shape of it just kind of blur.
Whoa.
Oh, man, I don't like it.
Tripping out. Oh.
13. And 20. Damn it! I rolled a natural 20 and a disadvantage. So, let's see.
Forgot I don't have any spells.
And 6, so 13
Man,
plus
that one
six.
shot really
Right.
screwed
That
me.
hits.
Yeah.
19. Okay.
If I had something that could help this, we got level 6. So we're like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm with my mace, so I get 1d6 plus 4. So that is 10 damage.
Okay. So as you notice, Highlander go up, even with this blurred vision that you kind of see in front of you, even you yourself, you can see this weird like blur ahead of you. You're not really sure what is going on. Even still, Highlander persists and she cuts right into the cat. It stops. You do 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Go with that
pretty
sword.
good. Pretty good. First hit.
Moves on. So the shielding moves down. It's my turn now. And you also will attempt to bull rush it. So I have you right there. 5 right there. And attempt to attack it. That's 4. He'll actually miss. So, and the rock adjacent to him kind of like gets in the way. He's not able to land the blow. It is now Fallen's turn. He sees the situation and is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he won't be able to make it. He's going to get right up here though. On the stone itself. Jingles, you're up.
All right. Jingles is. Can I look around?
I don't see anything here. Oh, this is lovely roof
Yeah.
work.
I'd like to check my surroundings.
Okay, make a perception check.
Jingles is gonna hide.
I like to check my surroundings. That's unfortunate. That is an 8 plus a.
You're a little scared.
Yeah, I'm
A little preoccupied by
I'm a little
the
preoccupied.
gargantuan
Yeah, that is
tentacled panther.
8 plus 1. That is a 9 total.
9 total hit.
No, not to
perception.
see.
That
If I
was
hit
miss.
anything though, that's okay.
Yeah.
You from where you're at right now, you can just barely see the shape of this creature peeking out from outside of the forges there. You see ahead of you the ore carts, the dripping water from the ceiling, the wood, planks, tools and various tools on the ground.
Okay, alright. I'm not seeing any other pairs of baleful yellow eyes.
You
though,
don't
right?
see another pair of pale ones.
Okay. In that case, I would like to. Was that an action, by the way, when you look around and do stuff like that?
Technically it is,
Okay,
yes.
alright. In that case, I am going to.
You still have movement.
I'm going to get a slightly better vantage point. Is that little area over there? It seems like a slight slope. Yeah, that area.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something that like I could get up a little bit, just a couple feet, like a little ledge that I could get on?
Make a little acrobatics check.
Okay, alright. Come on, Jingles. Oh gosh, yeah, the rolls are killing me tonight. That is unfortunately going to be a 7.
Okay, so you try to climb this slick surface, which is carved and still rough, yet the little nooks and crannies that you can't really quite grab, you fall back down to the ground level.
This
You don't
is
think
so
it
much
damages.
easier.
One of those things with the rock type.
I'm gonna turn around and just kind of dust myself off and make sure that nobody saw that.
Who's the dwarf still behind us? Or with us?
They're with you, yeah.
Is that Millie?
Millie.
Like, he doesn't usually run away like this.
It just like you scampered down the wall. And then
That's brave.
He's distracting the cat with the jingly bells.
That's right.
Keep at it, Jingles! You almost got his attention!
All right. Millie will actually be up.
oh my goodness. Oh yeah. He puts away his hammer, takes out a dwarven throwing axe, and is going to try to launch it at.
Hylonade done.
Natural one.
Oh, Hylonade
So-
definitely done.
Okay, you can see it just kind of like go off into the forge itself, and it's like gone. Oh, I didn't expect that would happen. And he's kind of like just ready himself again. Amalthea.
Special forces.
Right. So I'll
Special.
get as
Special
close
forces.
as I can.
Close as you can. All right. 4, 5, 6, right here.
Like that. And I'd like to speak with it. Can I?
Well, I
Don't
will.
recommend it?
Well, no. So, speak with the animal typically means actually, I can look it up. But if you have it right there, if you can
Yeah,
read it
this
off.
means I can verbally communicate. It
means
doesn't mean
something
that
that's
necessarily they're
not
going to be
Triangle.
nice.
It was a triangle.
Correct. Okay. So now does it say specifically only animals or all creatures or beasts?
The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence.
This is not a beast. This is not considered a beast. This is considered a monstrosity.
So I
So
can't do it.
you wouldn't be able to do it now.
So I'll attack it instead.
All right. What are you gonna attack with?
Throw an axe too. Is there an axe that I can pick up and throw?
There are various hammers, I will say, because this is the blacksmith shop right here. You have an anvil. There are a few hammers kind of like laying on the ground you can pick
I don't
up.
want to hammer.
Just kick highlight into it.
I will say,
Spartan.
I will say there is a
You're so much
pickaxe right
nice.
there.
Can I throw that?
Crush a ball.
Okay, go for it.
Also,
Help
quick
with
question:
leg.
if people are in the way, is that partial cover? Like if you're having to throw like past somebody's head.
That's definitely disadvantage at least.
Yes, I will say that. I'll just okay. Just
I
go
was
ahead and
gonna
roll.
say,
Go ahead and roll.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna add-
something. Yeah.
I'm gonna add ACP.
I think it's a terrible idea because I'm much better off doing my bow because I have proficiency in whatever.
Yeah.
So am I doing
Yeah, just go.
Right
No,
through
to disadvantage?
Into the
no,
flash.
no longer because she hit it and it faded away.
Oh, it's
It's
so
not-
it. Oh,
It's
so
not
it's.
blurry. It's
Yeah,
Sound
not blurry
turn.
anymore.
It's-
Yeah,
it's
she
now
she
solid.
shook that thing.
It's shook.
Even with a disadvantage roll, she was able to get a really good hit.
Yeah, that is impressive. Yeah.
Okay, so 14.
That for
14
my
hits.
first
Ah,
on-air
yes.
battle.
It made up for the one shot.
Yes.
Made up for the lack of intimidation. That.
Yes. Wait. And that was a level 16. Are you still interested?
No, no one should have any.
This is me leveling up.
Oh, they gotcha. This is me.
Just like
Super Saiyan.
Okay, so that's a 7.
7 damage. All right.
Oh, you okay?
Nice.
Hit it. I was like, oh no, you didn't hit it.
Oh,
No, it's not.
I
It's,
already did
it's
that.
not
Yeah.
instant. Now it's
It is
instant.
now its turn. It's going to go in and do a tentacle attack. It's going to go after you. Natural 1, no.
No,
It confused itself with
flicked
the
my shield.
Yeah.
And wow, okay, 8.
It did 8 damage.
No.
No.
Did it
Your
disable?
AC.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it will. Okay. So it's
Like you rolled a 1 and a 2.
It's flailing wildly.
it's just flailing wildly right now. It doesn't really know what to make heads or tails of this whole situation, as it just basically woke up, and all you guys are like going after. Tails are.
It's just like, what is happening?
I feel bad. That's why I wanted to speak to it.
Trixie, you're up.
All right. Trixie is going to use her cunning action and run up here and try and jump on that to get up on the roof to the blacksmith shop.
Okay.
and then
Is that
anvil to the
anything?
It is going to be an acrobatics check because you can use the anvil itself to
Go, girl.
16.
All right, yeah, you can make it. Yeah, there, you kind of like parkour it and just basically hang off the lip and pull yourself up there, and now you are
Muscle up.
Yeah,
You
Clom vaulted that
you have
shit.
cunning action, so you still have movement. A little bit of movement there.
I move forward a little
Sure.
bit more.
Oh, please.
Not too well. No, that's fine for now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to I'm gonna throw 2 daggers
Okay.
right on top of it. Oh, they don't hit.
So, and now even though the blurriness is gone from this image of the panther you can see there, it's it just kind of like it. Let's see, it'll hit the coal underneath it, so you can still retrieve them afterwards.
We
Yeah,
have
that's the
sufficiently
plan.
cornered the hell out of this thing.
Alright.
Oh,
Okay, and then
Dangerous.
Trixie's gonna
Yeah.
back off just a little bit because those tentacles look pretty long.
Alrighty,
Perfect.
Donash, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and meet this guy right here.
Cool.
And I have 40 movement, so I should make it to the top.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and I'm gonna grab this hammer
All right.
and I'm gonna throw it.
Okay. Make your attack. It's going to be you're not. Make.
I can roll dice all day.
Small.
Tell me what to roll.
Go ahead and roll. Just roll d20.
13.
What's
13.
Your,
Perfect.
You're not proficient in this, so
Oh,
just
yeah.
go ahead and give me your dexterity book.
15.
Okay, total 15. It will hit. Yeah.
And I do like the whole like, you know, what is this thing?
Shot put.
You're
Shot
shot-
put. Yeah. I do the shot
You
put.
can do the
hammer
hammer
just-
hammer basically.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
swing it around.
And I just tossed it in that guy's direction.
All right. Go ahead and roll for me a d6 points of damage.
Is that 2?
2 plus your dexterity.
4.
Okay, 4 total?
Yeah.
All right.
It's better than 0.
Okay, Helen,
Alright.
back up to
I'm
you.
going to
God,
attack
I have
again.
faith in you.
I didn't use my proficiency bonus last time. So I have to add that now.
We're just like, just throw everything you got it. We're just like all throwing shit.
10.
10 total to hit? Nope, won't hit. All right, Dozan is right in front now. He's going to try to hit. And that will...
No wonder
he's
it's
going to-
flailing. Just like axes,
It's
daggers.
like, what the
I'm trying to knock it out.
Other people
I'm
there.
trying to knock it unconscious.
Dozan takes the
Except these things
warhammer
are
and just
vicious,
goes
so.
right on.
Previously monster.
Did it say ow?
The cat audibly says,
Me ouch. All right.
Just breaks down and goes, jeez, why? This is my home.
All right. Fowler now is going to make his way over, jump down. He's gonna barely make it over onto this side.
Fall into the hole.
He's gonna take his axe and just swing down as well. That won't hit, so I guess he kind of fumbles against the
The skull
cart.
company's real handy. I'm glad they came.
He stumbles with the carts themselves. The ground is still kind of slick from the drop.
Sure, yeah, they just ate popcorn. I get it. Oh, okay.
How much damage
It's
did
the
this
butter.
on you?
8 damage.
8 damage. So that's what, 18 total? No.
No, this is one.
I did 4, 10.
Okay, Jingles, you're up.
you know, it looks like you guys kind of got that handled. I'm
Hey,
gonna,
going.
I'm gonna walk on over to like right behind there, and I'm gonna like peep over the top of the minecart.
At least throw something.
Do I get in it?
No, I don't want to touch it. That thing's covered in rust.
You might
I'm
damage
gonna-
your best
You just look at yourself in the
I'm gonna like
reflection of the
waft
water.
the little dancing lights. I'm gonna like pull the dancing lights over there, just light up the area a little bit. And
They're gonna hate you. We have bargaining. We're gonna be like, you guys didn't do anything, and then you're like, well, Jingles was over there.
I was overseeing. I'm giving moral support.
Yeah.
Light.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
At
This is a
least
good
distract the cat, like with the laser pointer.
Cast laser pointer,
Oh
Jingles.
my god! I should totally minor illusion a laser pointer.
Yes.
Minor illusion is another one of them. A female one.
Minor illusion.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
right.
It's gotta be a little thing.
So it'd be
Okay,
like
it's like a really crude looking.
A baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this is a good time as I'm just like, you guys got this, you're doing great. I'm going to just kind of like duck down and I'm going to cast mage armor on myself.
All right.
I hate you.
No one can see you.
What he does.
Yeah. God.
You got it, guys, you're doing great.
I'm like dealing internally with like the stress of being near underground again, and you're not helping.
I have tentacles in my face.
That's why I'm over
This thing's
there.
flailing like.
It's all just like a really awful anime episode nightmare thing.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Let's see, it's
That's
Okay.
never a good sign. What comes after that?
I have an idea.
Who are you gonna jump on?
Yikes.
Currently Mealy's turn. He's going to
Apparently.
Apparently
it's
okay, here we go.
he's going to take out another throwing axe and attempts to hit. That barely hits, and he will do. All right. You can see it actually embed into the skin of the creature itself and kind of just fall off eventually. But he does get a good chunk out of him. It's now Malthus' turn.
Okay, I would also like to jump up on the roof there.
Onto the roof, right, make an athletics check. As you kind of use the animal itself. And
Hey
then
guys.
And then I will speak to the beast.
15.
Calm down.
Cool. You can make it up there just fine.
Ah.
And then I'll do my bow again.
Okay, Bo. I will say you might have to go over here just to kind of see it.
What
You
is
can
the
always-
width, just so we know?
The width
The width
of
The
the.
beast.
of the... We're comfortable up there? No, of the
Oh,
I would say it's about square wise. It'd be about 3 by 2 squares.
Okay.
So you have
So
about
we do
15 by
have
10.
room to get by
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah.
Just enough. Snug.
I'm
Snug as a
rolling
bug.
my attack.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No.
Natural 20. Can you tell?
It's a 9. This is
9 total. 9 will not hit. Kitty's turn.
You're Bruce Lee.
He is going to.
Yeah. No, you're fine up there.
He's going to actually attack Dozarûn now. That will hit.
Oh, finally.
And,
It's actually a force to reckon with, guys.
This is why they have the scars and we don't.
Right. Well, it's because they keep missing. Oh, I should probably stop shaking the table. Yeah. And then there's an earthquake.
you see Dozarûn just try to block this blow, but the spikes themselves still kind of like hit the top of his head.
Helmet? He's wearing a helmet, though,
He's
right?
still wearing a helmet, but funny enough, the helmet kind of protects most of the side,
Just
Oh.
not the
and
face.
just not the top.
Oh no, okay.
Lesson to be learned!
They seem to be proud of their bald head.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Shiny
alright.
in the dark. Good target.
All right. It is now Trixie's turn.
Alright. Trixie, having not been successful with the daggers, is going to try her hand crossbow. Oh, that's better!
That's nice.
23.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
This thing was probably just chilling. I
9.
feel so bad.
9 damage total. All right.
And now, I'm sure it's probably aware of me, but is there any way I can go prone and go on my belly and see if I can hide actually from the...
You can actually move back and hide. Yeah.
Okay.
Go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
use my cunning action.
yeah, right. Make a stealth check. You're fine.
Okay.
You can assume that because it's down there, it's not going to be able to see you in general, and then you kind of just move back, and you know where it's at, and you know where you're at. So the arrow is now, or the dark bolt is now embedded into the back of the creature. It is now Donna's turn.
Alright, so I yell at Millie and I go, Millie, can you lend me a hand?
What do you want to do?
Hold it out! And I start running towards him. So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna. Yeah. So I'm gonna run at him. I'm gonna jump off. Hopefully he's braced himself.
Okay. Make yourself a athletics check. I'm sorry, acrobatics.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna be the same thing. Acrobatics. Oh, that's +4. That's a 20.
All right. You can see him just barely drop his hammer as he grabs his shield to kind of hoist you.
Yes.
Now, normal people would hoist you up here. His shield above his head is right around the same level, so it's just like, he pushes up, and you're allowed to give that extra boost. So
And
now
I just the people's elbow just down on his on the back of the neck, the base of the spine.
Make your
just
attack roll.
like, sweet. Guys,
You hit.
I
All right.
got it. Don't worry about it.
Roll damage.
This martial art did 1d4. Man, I gotta stop doing that. That's a 6.
Okay, 6 points of damage. Good.
And,
Yeah.
and then can I Fury of Blows?
You may.
Okay, sweet. So once I come down, I guess I'm just gonna like.
You can see Donna kind of like do this people's elbow right on the back of the neck, and he stops for a moment and goes, "Hold on."
No, I landed and the guy just like I'm on it now. I
There
guess.
we go.
Yes.
Make your attack roll.
Alright, wait, I was about to. Yeah,
You
wait.
still
Roll attack?
Second,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't like that, but I'm gonna maybe miss. 10?
10 won't make it.
Touch
It's
yourself.
got a really hard face.
Okay.
It's a 3, so
Okay.
it's not a 1.
So, in your head, you had this whole thing planned out. You go to elbow him, and you're like, "Oh, I got this," but the case starts to move. Oh,
Yeah.
You're
That's
kind of
not
like biting the bull type of scenario there.
It's
All right.
displacing itself, so I can't see it.
Highlands, back up to you again.
Am I pro? Am I on it? Like,
You're
what's-
not necessarily on it. Your arms can be on it, but if you want to, next turn you
Just
can.
chilling on it.
21.
Like, this is my
Anyone will hit?
Man.
Please don't hit me.
Gosh, move!
Yeah, right. Oh, I could have
Ah,
moved back.
okay, so that is E.
I was gonna say, that was awfully brave.
I don't know.
Well, brave.
I just want, my goal is every battle to jump off somebody. I got my quota.
12?
So far, so good.
8 damage total? Okay. 8 damage. And the. Alright. Highland comes out. Once again, cuts into the beast. Kind of like hitting one of the tentacles, kind of like flying around. It's looking a little bad, but you know, it's bleeding, but it still has enough fight in it.
Is it still displacing itself or no?
So every now and then, so actually at this point right now, no, sorry, a little bit later.
Okay,
Now it is Dozan's turn. He's going to make his normal attack with his warhammer. He's going to land. 4 points of damage to him. Gonna crack right on, kind of like where the tentacles are, right where you had a slap, but it's going to kind of like do the opposite tentacle there. Kind of gives it a little blow.
It's like,
Yeah.
No, the opposite one. So now it is Fallen's turn. He's going to go and move behind the creature.
That's poor thing.
Throw the captain. On your next turn, throw the
I
captain.
don't know if you would appreciate being tossed.
That's okay. We'll probably like it.
That's a spicy. Oh, no, not really. Valorant himself, you can see him take his axe and go to the hindquarters and just kind of dig in a little bit into the hindquarters there, the hind leg, and pulls out the axe there.
What is
So now,
that? Did Valorant just hit it?
yeah,
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
he's
right next to
You're
me.
right next to you,
Cool.
correct.
Since
Jingle,
it's
you're up.
anger from these horse.
And then Amalthea, you're kind of on deck.
I mean, this poor thing is getting ganged up on by how many people are
Yeah.
kicking its ass right now? It's like one poor tentacle cat getting.
I do feel
Womp
sorry
on.
for this tentacle.
That's
feel
how.
bad for
We're gonna be so. This is the worst for this group. We're gonna be too empathetic.
This
to
I
me.
know.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
aren't even people yet.
So
We don't know that for sure. It could be nice.
I'm gonna maintain my.
Perspective. It's perspective.
I'm gonna do a little bit of safety, and I think I'm gonna maintain my position of advantage behind the minecart.
Oh yeah, that's
And
what's
I'm gonna let everybody know
That's
if he gets away, I've got him. Don't you worry. If he goes anywhere, I'm gonna take care of him, and I'm gonna hold my action for if the beast somehow starts running away or something.
Why?
I'm gonna hold my action right before it's dead. I want to make the final killing blow.
I'm gonna take all the credit.
Yeah.
You're
welcome.
Yeah. Kill steal.
I'd never do that.
Okay. It is now Mealy's turn. He's still up there. He kind of likes his vantage point, so he's going to go ahead and throw some axes again. This one will not hit, so it goes right above all of your heads. Actually, just hits the wall there. He's trying to avoid hitting you two as well. So,
Yes.
I really do appreciate it.
Amalthea, you're up.
Alright, can I, from where I am on the roof, can I reach the tentacles with my sword?
Sure. If you move up to right here.
What's up?
Is that what you named it?
Wait.
Yeah.
I was going to say scimitar.
There you go.
By the
You have
power
to-
of Grayskull.
Yeah, you can go and if you move, I moved you up a little bit further, but you can kind of go and swipe at it.
So
as the
I'm going
tentacles are
to
moving
try
around.
my two-weapon fighting like this
Ooh.
on the tentacles.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm
I love how
going to
just a
attack.
minute ago you were like, well, maybe it's
No.
the fine kitty, and now you're like hacking away at its tail.
Hey,
Yeah.
now.
We've already started our fight.
Okay, that won't hit. Do I do two for the two-weapon
You
fighting,
do.
or is it just one?
Yep, you do.
Thank God for that. Because that was a 4 plus whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
16 plus something.
All right, that relates.
Plus something.
Plus
Plus whatever it takes to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna roll my damage, yeah.
Oh, dang,
10.
girl.
10. It's
Damn.
looking pretty.
I'm expecting blood to shoot out of that tentacle.
Yeah, it's like, I know I can talk to animals, but I don't give a fuck about them. It's just like...
What's too late now?
Sorry,
Like
Peter,
the
don't
best.
sue us.
That's like the best superpower.
yeah.
It is actually going to go ahead and turn its attention now to you.
Well, what
And
is it shooting blood out of its tentacle?
yeah, no, it's bleeding heavily now. It's looking pretty wounded.
She just
Blood
wanted the
kid.
blood.
Yeah.
You can
How
see
did it
it kind of do its little
Just like...
form again as it goes to take a swipe at you. That will not hit. You think actually it's going to hit, but like the phase shift that it does.
It just fakes you out. Like, ah! It's like, two for flinching!
Does 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so this one's gonna hit you for a total of
75 damage. You're dead. Wipe yourself up. You're bleeding.
11 points of damage.
Ouch!
So
I
you
hit
take
points.
6 points of
I
piercing
don't
Gonna be a
damage.
lot more.
I was gonna
And
say, I
bludgeoning
took
damage and
knockdown.
5 points of piercing, if that matters. I don't think it would for you, but just give you the whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Okay.
Dungeon Master. Anyway, that's going to end its turn, but you can see now it's got a blurred vision on it. It is going to be Trix's turn.
Alright, Trixie's going to run up on the side of Amalthea.
Right.
She's going to try the daggers again and pull both out at the same time, toss two.
Okay,
This
cool.
is not gonna work.
In advantage for being
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Does it
Disadvantage.
even out?
Oh,
if
it would
it's
even
hidden?
out, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
How many daggers do you have?
I have a Not a ton, but I
She
can't do this
steals
stuff
a
many
lot
more
of
times.
daggers.
It's all day.
24.
24, the 24 will hit, and the other one will miss, right? Correct?
Yes, the other one.
Oh,
look at that.
That's a good one.
16.
Two
Nice.
D for one dagger? Jeez.
Well,
One
she
second.
gets the sneak attack too.
Because
Oh,
there's people
right.
next to it.
This is your moment.
Alright, so Trixie's
Murder
running to the side. She does both daggers and they both go in right at the same point, right at the base of the skull.
You you guys, the rest of you who are then now face to face to it, except really kind of you see the creature
You're
move,
blindfolded face.
Yeah.
switch a little bit, and then fall down. It is dead. However, the eyes persist with their baleful glow.
I mean, I'm not gonna be morbid or anything, but does anyone want to like take those?
Do I?
Can I? Oh, sorry. What were you gonna
I was gonna say.
say? just
Do I don't know anything about this creature.
Make an intelligence check. Now that you've seen it, you may know. So
When you stabbed it, it went.
That is the sound of death.
Yeah. Can it be though in this
14.
world?
14. You have heard of these types of creatures before. They are known as displacer beasts. They come from many different areas. Typically, the Unseelie Court. In this world, you would know them to be from the area.
I forgot you
Such
had
a
it.
good job.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna get a really big one and get
I
your
know,
point.
Yeah.
right? Little laser pointer.
Just gonna like pull it down from the
Exhibit
sound.
A.
Oh man, I miss those. Nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
So they would be right from here. Yeah, you have the Seelie Court and the Unseelie Court fighting amongst each other, and through their different dark magics, they would have basically created this creature. And that's pretty much all you kind of gathered from your wanderings around the world.
So do I know if it's like dead, or do we have to like Jingle said?
You know that the eyes will continue to glow even after death. The creature itself is dead,
Right.
but the eyes will still continue to glow.
Okay.
Now.
So take that for what you will.
Okay. I would like to do some kind of like a last rites little ritual thing.
Okay.
So I feel bad for it. It's
I'll
not its
join you.
fault.
Trixie's
I'm near
gonna
it, so I'm gonna
hop down and take her daggers
Pardon.
back.
All right.
I'm
You
gonna
can
hop- yeah, I'm
you
gonna
do
hop
so.
down.
That's what goes back.
Good job, guys. Go team.
As they're about to make this ritual, can I make a intelligence check to see if there's anything of value that can be like gained from
Make
cutting away of the beast?
investigation check.
Man, I rolled a 14 earlier, but whatever. It's a 10.
10. All right. You look around. You find the various hammers from.
No, I'm saying like the beast itself. Like, can I harvest anything?
Okay, so I will see with that roll. You kind of take your one of your little daggers out, your obsidian blade, whatever. Just kind of like jam it.
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing
They're
it.
about- I don't want to like
Okay.
step on her rite of passage
You-
or her sacrifice or whatever. I just want to like perceive. Do I know like that merchants? Is there anything of value to this creature? Like, are the eyes particularly valuable that we can trade?
Because of your history with the Underdark, you know that the eyes would be. After seeing its form, feeling the form around you, you know that it is a displacer beast. The eyes are valuable.
Okay, so I let you continue with your thing. I just
Do I know that as well?
Now you would.
Because I would be okay with you taking the eyes and then.
Trixie's
I
willing
was-
to help.
You guys could, because I feel kind of like leaving the beast there with the eyes feels a bit weird anyways. So I feel
Well,
like
it's like
you
the
could
Indians with the buffalo. We should take everything with
Everything.
you.
That's
Everything.
right.
Use the
Tribute to
whole
it.
buffalo.
That's right.
you could take the eyes and I would do like a little.
Who wants the wishbone?
I like pet it and give it a little kiss.
Do you think we should maybe try? Is the floor like complete stone?
Around you, it's stone.
Yeah,
Say
that's
where the
awesome.
forge-
Oh,
I'd like to
bury
bury it in
it.
something.
Where the forge
Or
is,
like cover it somehow.
Yeah.
The forge has stonework underneath. The ground around you is still that softer earth.
Do things eat this?
Not that you would really. I mean, normal carrion, crawlers, that kind of thing.
Like goblins wouldn't eat this by chance.
Probably not.
Okay.
They're not that savage.
It's meat. It's in. You tell me what you can eat here, and I'll.
already rotting.
Do we need to roll to try and take the
Yeah.
eyes out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whoever wants to do that, go ahead.
I was gonna do it because I have a
Yeah.
plan.
Alright.
Natural 17. What is it? Dexterity?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, that's whatever.
For you, it will be.
19.
All right, so you go ahead and take your obsidian blade now,
Yeah.
and you kind of just carve around the eye. You know that the eye cycle of the creature is fairly large,
Sure.
but you're able to kind of like wrench it out and clean off the.
Jingles is like.
Yeah.
You have one.
Can I? Oh.
Trixie will take a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does anyone want to help her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I help her by giving her mine. And
Well, I'm fine. She just wants an eye.
yeah, and
So.
are you gonna grab it?
Yeah.
And I do this. And I say the antitoxin.
Oh no. That's okay.
I don't think
Really?
he did not see. He did not see
you
her
didn't-
take.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
She has
yeah.
it. Okay, fair enough.
I
Then
will-
then I'll help you.
Okay.
Aha. No.
You wanna do that.
I just patch her on the back. I'm like,
It doesn't
I was
just-
gonna have her roll well
Right.
advantage.
I mean, mine is 6, so it's not.
I'll roll advantage.
Yeah, roll advantage.
Is that
Oh,
okay?
that's what you mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Roll
that's
advantage.
your-
I'm
So
wrong.
technically we roll.
Okay, is that
Yes.
okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't wanna use my
I'll let it
roll, that's
slip
for
this
sure.
time.
That was better.
That's better.
Alright, 20.
You would have lost the eye.
You got it. Thank
She goes in there with her little daggers. She just pulled out of the creature itself, and she's able to kind of just carve around in a perfect circle. And
How does he help me? Just out of curiosity, do I like?
He's like, yay.
I'm telling you how I did it. I'm
he
telling
pulls
you.
the eyes up first, like the eyelids
Jesus.
part.
You got it.
The eyelids.
I stick my hand in its mouth and I reach behind its
Yeah,
shoulder.
Jingles is on the other side.
I'm like, no, this is the trick.
Is there any like
With respect,
fabric
with
that
respect.
we can do, like bags or burlap or anything, any sort of fabric? that we can cut?
Everything that you can see
You could use the
is
captain's
rotted away.
dented helmet.
There are various strips of cloth around here, but they've been kind of eaten away and rotted away from
Nothing to be helpful.
nothing really, no.
Alright.
Can I have one more question? Is there any medicinal properties of this beast?
Not that you're aware of.
Can we please not carve him up before we bury him?
Wait, unless, do you want to save your life? Because it might be anything. I'm just kidding. Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the name of this creature again?
Displacer
Displacer.
beast.
I after I've helped her with the eye, I just kind of look around and I go, "Is everyone okay? Is everyone fine?"
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing great. That was definitely a hell of a fight, you guys. Good job. Well done on all parts.
Jingles, where were you the entire time?
I was playing safety in the back. I just wanted to make sure that if anything got away or if anything crept up on you guys while you weren't looking or paying attention, I could handle it.
Jingles, I thought we were all supposed to be in this together.
Well, you obviously need somebody to watch your back.
Yeah, because apparently you want to take part in the spoils at the end of it.
Oh, well,
so
maybe, I feel like
maybe you want to consider being a bigger part of actually.
I will say, it's
No.
not the worst idea. If another cat had come up behind us, we wouldn't have noticed, and he'd have been eaten first.
Just saying. They used to call me Eagle Eye.
Fair enough. And I look. Eagle eye. I look back at the captain and I go, "Are you okay? Is he bleeding still?"
I
From
mean,
the
yeah.
head?
I mean, he's still bleeding, but he's kind of like wiping it off, and he's
Is it
out.
like is it gushing? No, he isn't getting any medical attention. I have a root.
Do you explain that to him? Do you bring it out? Or?
I don't say it like that. I have a root.
I think that's exactly how you say it.
Yeah. Oh, behind your ear. No, I look at him and I go, "How's your head? It seems to be still bleeding. Are you fine?"
No, I've had worse, to be honest. I'll be okay. Kind of takes another little washcloth or like a little cloth, it's kind of like wipes it off.
Do I notice
That'd
is
be another
it
nice
not
scar.
bleeding?
It looks to be more like a like the people get like bumps and bruises, like a knot,
Okay,
So
so
it's a little bumpy, but and it's red. There's a little bit of blood, but it's not like gushing out.
Sure.
It was more the trauma than anything else.
I look at him and I go, "Well, thanks to you and the rest of your company for going close quarters. I was able to get it myself. Appreciate that for the help."
Understood.
And I go, "Here's your hammer." Or the one that you threw a while ago.
That was
His axe.
Really?
Oh,
you're right.
Really?
Oh, he didn't lose anything?
Mealy lost a lot of stuff.
Okay.
He lost everything.
Never mind, I don't do that.
Actually, you can see Mealy picking up a lot of his throwing weapons. He's got two dwarven throwing axes and his.
And I look back to Mealy and I go, "And a special thanks to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. You sent me soaring.
It's nothing really.
You had a bit of spring in your step, I see."
My arms really.
Fair enough. And so I go, "Well, now we know the mines are dangerous. This is the worst of it. We can keep going."
You can see
Isn't that a spacer beast?
You can see.
That's the second one.
You can see Fowler kind of looking off in the distance where these tracks go off, where the forge's little tiny carts are at, and you kind of see him just staring off into the distance. He looks back at Captain Dozarûn and goes, in Dwarven, and goes, "How do we do that?" Captain Dozarûn goes, "Unfortunately, this is where we have to part ways." Points off into the same track that you were following earlier. That is your path there. If you wish, you can take those ore carts. They're a little bit rusty, but they should be your
Bane of my existence. Yes.
I would enjoy us sitting in the car and Jingles running behind us and not being able to.
He's gonna push.
What is all this saying?
Oh, sure, but you have brakes on the side. You can,
Who wants to ride?
Me. So I have an idea.
She's running.
If we're gonna go down this mine by ourselves, do we want to leave like a scroll with somebody so we can request backup if it
Those are very valuable magical items right there. I don't necessarily know.
Do we want to leave Jingles behind when I
It's not a bad idea, but if where we're going is as uncharted as they say, they might not be able to help us anyways.
also, you know that the scrolls work up to a distance of 120 feet only.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
good.
Has the spell,
Yeah.
the cantrip that-
Shitty,
Okay,
shitty
that's-
reception down here.
Yeah,
Since,
they're not with Verizon.
Yeah.
not that we're doing too bad, but does anyone need a short rest? I'm fine, but I was gonna say I know you got hit pretty hard, so if we want to recoup here for like an
Are
hour
you-
before
is she-
heading on our way.
Is she bleeding?
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
I got
that's-
pierced.
Now I
Wait,
have.
Worse first.
he has a root.
I'm your heir. I'm also a magician.
I will take that route.
Now the squat root is an what's the word? It's
Coagulant.
coagulant. That's what it is. Yeah, it's a coagulant, but
Sure. Well,
that's
I
only
mean,
if she's still bleeding and
if she's
taking
bleeding
damage.
out, correct.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
so
I have a root, but it will not help. Do
you
want it?
should all have. I know one of you has used a
That's me.
healing potion. So now, if that was in the one op, then
No.
okay.
I use it in the Lynch mines or
I feel
dungeon.
like I used
Lynch.
mine.
Lich.
It's a
Okay.
lynch
Lich.
mine. I
Copy
was
that.
like, I don't remember
Yeah.
that part.
You have
You do?
your healing potions at your disposal,
Okay.
and then
I will
also
go ahead and
your
take that.
your ability.
I do not.
Use a spell slot.
I ignore damage. That's
I
her
ignore
ability.
no.
You-
That would be
you-
like a
But a flesh
barbarian
wound.
feat.
Oh, that's what you just tried to use the black knights.
I just want to make sure I don't have to use up a spell slot for this, and I don't. So I will go ahead and use Lay on of Hands on myself.
Laying her hands on herself. Yeah.
Feeling all good. Yeah, yeah. And we all like, damn.
How many hit points do we get back?
However many you wish to spend. You have a pool.
I do have a pool. I don't want to use all of it.
No,
It's my
you don't have to.
So I have. Okay, so I'm at 10. I will give myself 5.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, we're not short
I
resting.
think that's why she's feeling like
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that's. Wait, is she?
She's not. She's laying hands.
She's laying on hands. Okay,
Yes.
because she doesn't have to roll anything for lay on hands.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
She's
good.
No,
looking at
that's
her
it's an
pool.
innate ability.
Just
so
making sure. Okay.
I just have to use up my pool for it. Alright, so then I have 5 left. Cool.
How do you lay on hands? How does sort of? Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
I am going to, while they're all doing their thing, I would like to clean off one of the carts.
Clean off.
I would like to
God.
clean it.
I'm gonna use up my favorite just to be like, stop being
Like, I'm
such
gonna
a
use all my
douche.
spell slots just to not
Yeah,
be
I'm
rusty.
gonna prestidigitate the hell out of like the back minecart and just make it look.
The back of it. Okay.
The,
Is-
yeah.
They're both empty, correct? Or
Make,
are,
Oh,
rest-
that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I'm doing the same.
that's perception is the thing that we do. Percept.
16 for me.
Investigation.
Yes.
That's
9.
16.
Is that
17 for
so? You're
investigation.
close by, and you can kind of peer on in there, and there's a little bit of standing water at the bottom.
Oh.
It's rusty, but and it's kind of dark just because you assume these were used for coal or metal or whatever. Or
It's covered in soot.
it's covered in soot. Yeah.
Can we?
Are you
can
gonna make
we-
them shiny and
Gonna make mine
like
shiny.
purple?
Do you think it's worth looking around to see if there's anything that they left behind in terms of like raw material, ingots of sorts? Gold.
If we are looking for ingots, I feel like we might.
Let's get him on the way back.
Yeah, I feel like they're not going to go anywhere. But I think more importantly is if we happen to find any ingots, they're technically property of these fellows
That's
over
true.
here. So
I was saying to return
Wow,
them.
Jingles, that's very moral of you.
yeah, no, I just
Well, he has to
Did
make
you
up,
grow 'em
so
wrong?
gotta find someone.
I'm waiting till
Amoral.
later.
I
I'm
was
waiting.
gonna say, I think they're still with
In all,
us.
yeah, in
He
all,
always has a moral when they're with us.
So
in all reality, I'm just waiting until they leave, and then when we come back, they're not there.
So have they left yet?
They're about to. You seem kind of like,
Okay.
checking their backpacks again and like getting ready to.
I
head on
look
out.
at them and I go, wait, and I kind of like just casually walk up to him and I go,
Oh yeah, what's up?
awesome. I look at him at Mealy. I want to go to Mealy first and I go, again, we have to say thank you for escorting us this far. Is there any way of any kind of guidance you could give us in terms of how to navigate these mines, or you seem to be familiar with the creature that we fought? Is there anything else we can expect?
Well, from here on out, you've got about maybe 7 or so minutes on the cart. If you're going to go by foot, it's a good 2 hours or so.
So wait a second, am I getting this right? The cart is gonna go fast.
It can. You have to use the brakes.
Okay.
Brakes
They're
are
going to
usually
go
to stop
fast.
things. So this is all a decline.
It has a little bit of a few ups and downs, yes.
Okay, well I'm not pushing on the ups.
She's the strongest. I have -1 strength.
I second that.
I'm Leith. for looks only. And I look at him and I go, what about the other track over there? And I point this one over.
That's currently the one we're talking about.
Oh.
It's okay. He has a
These
blindfold.
are the cards.
Oh, I
See,
thought
this
these
one?
were the cards.
No.
Oh no!
I thought we were going
These
down
are
this way.
the dwarves are hidden down. This is where they part ways. This is their route that they take.
Never mind.
They've hit the refinery.
we're
They're about
gone.
to make their way down.
And then I look at him and I go, it was a test, also a jest. And by that I mean, see you later.
Okay. Turns around again
I turned around a third time. I was like, lest? No, that doesn't work. Okay.
and molest.
Budapest?
Oh.
Yeah. Why'd you go that way?
Because.
Oh.
All right. So you guys walk over to the ore carts. Both of them are empty. Again, one of them has a little bit of standing water in it. The one in the back.
I jump in that one. I splash.
Oh. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna take the
First
one.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Trixie is fine.
Oh, you're gonna ride with me?
I'm riding in the one that
Because
doesn't
we are
have the
going.
water.
We are going fast.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm
Yeah, are you
comfortable with
saying that?
We are going fast.
Because
Dawn
you're
Ash is in the
heavy.
back.
Trixie's cool with
Jing-
that.
yeah,
Because
Jingles
I
is-
love.
Chrissy is in front.
Yes.
Then.
I want to go fast too.
The minute I saw these carts, I wanted to ride in them.
So as you guys walk up to the carts, you notice that they are actually hitched together. They have like
Oh.
a large pin in between them.
We are going fast.
Oh, okay.
Another point: the wagon or the ore cart on the backside there has one of the wheels is off. One of the so basically it's like this.
Oh.
Nose goes.
We're
we
going
all fit in
slow.
You can imagine that 3 of you can fit in one, so you'd have
Has
to.
We
Did
have
you
a
take that
7.
wheel?
We have a 7-foot tall, very very strong paladin woman. I'm sure she can get that back on track, and I can mend the wheel. I'm sure we can.
Wait.
get
Is
it
the
to-
wheel broken or is it just
No,
off the
it's
track?
just off the track.
Okay, that's
Oh,
what.
well
Yeah,
then-
that's what I thought.
okay.
I can mend anything that needs mending, but I think she just has to kind of like
Okay.
Like my pride.
The ore cart, even though it does have a little bit of rust on it, it is pretty thick walled, and it looks like it's going to be substantial for what you're using it for. You know, these ores have made it for this purpose, to have it. You know, even with the moist atmosphere and whatnot. So
Can I assist her in attempting to realign the cart?
Sure.
You
Can I
make an
make
athletics check.
Can I
You
spot? Can I spot her from behind?
You make an athletics
From
check
behind?
first.
Yeah, she's just
Make an
like,
athletics
pulling the
first.
small of your back. It's like, yeah, there you go. Use your thighs.
Ooh,
Okay.
not bad.
You go ahead and make it with advantage. Your strength. Your
Oh, dang.
Make sure with your
That's
legs.
the same freaking number.
With your legs, not your back.
And then, no, just the back with a twisty jerking motion.
12.
12 is exactly what you need. Is
Oh,
you see her grab the bottom of this giant orc cart and just you see the veins kind of like piercing from her neck, and she's barely able to. And I mean, like just near the edge of the rail there, and then the wheels sink in.
oh yeah. Good job. High five.
And jump in and splash.
Right. So now you have 2 orc carts that
Do they actually
Oh my
go
God,
on the
they
cart?
move.
Please tell me it goes on the cart.
Yay!
you do.
That's awesome.
Alright, I'm gonna jump into
I'm gonna
Alright.
hop into the first
Jumps in
one.
the first one.
Okay, so
Oh, I'm in the puddle.
no. There's room for 3 in the front right now. So for the
I
The
know.
three of us
Those
are in.
three claimed it.
All right.
First.
I thought, did you jump in the first one or the second one?
Second one.
Yeah.
He's in the puddle.
That has the puddle
He's
because of
splashing,
the
he's
standing
Oh, I
water.
thought both of them had puddles.
No, this one has more of it because it's near the standing
Jingles,
water.
I'm gonna let you get in the first one if you want.
You're so sweet.
You want to get in the back with me?
Oh, you know, I just, I'm
It's
gonna...
fun. I'm splashing water. Here, I'll give you some too.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna hop in the front one.
The dwarves have finished looking at their packs and they're kind of zipping them up and tightening them down and whatnot. They go over to where you are and go, we'll help send you off if you don't mind.
Who has the brakes?
Wait, what does that mean?
I do.
You have the brakes?
Send off? That sounds...
They go to
Send
like,
off.
they push you off.
They hit us with a champagne bottle on the side of the thing.
I'm like right up on the front. I am so ready for this.
All right, you're in the front.
Jingles is
I wonder
very
if you can
firmly...
actually fit in here.
It's like
I got the
from
brakes.
Titanic,
Yeah.
except I'm like ducking down behind.
No, you
Okay,
guys are too heavy for the cart.
It's
Oh, you just.
all her!
We'll send you off.
Fashion way. It's the. Alright, I can do it later.
Oh, is it not?
Also,
No, we gotta go on the track first,
yes,
though.
yes, yes.
yeah, also, can I just like lean over the back of the cart and just kind of cast a little mending on the thing that holds the carts together?
It didn't. Oh.
Just
You
in
don't
case.
know.
Well,
Just in case.
you go to do your little magic there,
Yeah, I
and
like to just.
you just see a little tiny thin layer of rust go right off the top. And
Oh.
So are there brakes just on the back
I
one
feel
or are there
better.
brakes on
both carts have
Okay, so who has
brakes.
brakes in our cart?
Oh, I
I
have one.
do.
Alright.
Cool. I'll put you in front, and then you have.
I think that's very
Do you guys want to wrestle for the breaks?
I think, you know,
I've got my own
Oh,
break.
you're in the back.
Yeah, I'm in the back. I'm
Okay.
good.
So it's you're in the back as well, but he's got the brakes. So okay, and then you have the brakes on.
I've
Are
got
you
the
in the
break.
back with me?
She's
Oh,
right
yeah.
in the front. Okay, and the dwarves go and go.
My brake's on.
Jingles.
Okay.
Starts to roll, and no, there's not very much momentum right off the bat. You're going maybe 10 miles per hour.
We should have a little
See,
sunshine
I like this. This gets the energy pumping, the blood flowing.
Now you guys are traveling not too fast or anything. Ooh. That would have sucked for anyone wearing headphones. I'm sorry.
Oh man, who could that have been? That would have sucked.
And you guys continue on through the mine shaft there as you continue on. Let's see. The wind begins to kind of pick up a little bit. Oh. Actually,
I was
so
gonna say, yeah, as we descend into the.
as you guys descend, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break right now. We're gonna be back in just a moment, so hang on tight, everyone, and we'll see you in a moment. All right.
All right, welcome back, everyone. As you may or may not have seen, the party had made it down to the depths of the mountain there. The dwarves brought them into the mine, and they essentially went into a large chamber that was known as the auxiliary refinery. There they fought a displacer beast, and the party had parted ways with the dwarves themselves. The dwarves were going to continue on their routine patrol, and the party decided to use the ore carts as a mode of transportation. They are taking the tracks that they were following the good part of the day and have hopped in, and the dwarves gave them a little bit of a push, and they continued on. And you guys are now amongst the, let's see here,
Amongst the...
you guys have entered the mine shaft now. It winds and it kind of moves in and around, and you guys are going to, it varies. It speeds up a little bit, and then it starts to kind of slow down to about 7 miles per hour, and then it kind of goes back up to the 12.
And is always on the brake.
All right, and you guys kind of come up across a little bit of a crest, and you can see it now starts to kind of like turn over to your left a little bit slowly. It has this arc, a really long arc, and the cart kind of like the track starts to kind of dip down a little bit further. The wheels start to kind of pick up.
I start to get on the brake a little bit. Just like,
Go ahead.
Yep.
I know this show.
Holiday is just like Bastion
19.
on
Oh, 18.
Felmore.
18.
Woo!
Yeah, are you gonna
Straight check.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Wow.
That's an 8 still.
Okay. So, Donna, you're in the back, and you guys kind of feel the carts, your momentum kind of lurches you forward a little bit as he goes and hits a little bit of just a little.
Exactly.
You can see sparks kind of flying as the wheels hit the brake pad. You kind of like just mess around with it, and you're not even able to like budge it. It is hard. You have to kind of release the spring tension, much like these clamps here. You have to just
I just don't have the forearm strength.
and you slow a little bit, but the wheels kind of like they're moving steadily at the same pace. Sparks are still flying from your brake.
I
Is
say, Punish, live a little. Do you not trust Holiday?
I look at you.
Ye of little faith.
I look at you. And then I look at Highlander.
You don't look at me because I'm in the front. I'm not looking at you.
I know, but like you're still doing this.
Yeah.
Yes, I am just yes.
And I look at you and I go, fine. I step back and I let go of the brake.
And I go, woo!
You can't even hold on.
Dog or jingles like
Go Holiday.
The world carts kind of like sway back and forth as you're moving down along, and
I
as
brace
you pick
myself.
up speed now, you're going about 20 miles per hour now, 25. You can feel the wind all over yourself.
I look at you. I look dead at you and I just brace.
Donash you have the weirdest feeling right now because you cannot see ahead of you too well. All you notice is this blurriness around you, and then just the two carts kind of moving back and forth. Your stomach kind of feels sick a little bit.
Can I see over the top? Because I'm standing backwards. I'm looking like out the back.
You're looking back in the back?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like Titanic, kind of like.
You see the mine shaft just kind of move away from you. Every now and then the sound kind of changes because of the wooden beams that are crossing over you and the echo from the carts themselves. Your carts still continue to pick up speed more and more and more, and you can almost see that the carts are kind of like, because of the arc, tilting a little bit, not off the tracks, but as you begin to pick up speed even further and further. You're now about 40 miles per hour. 41.
Can I try
42.
again?
Sure, try again.
So I obviously am having the time of my life, but can I see?
Still
You can see ahead of you.
Okay.
You can see ahead of you. Now it's dark, so but your half elf self can see about 60 feet ahead of you, and you can with the help of his cantrip, who's probably not a little bit
I'm trying to keep up. Yeah.
Right. You can just barely kind of see a little dancing lights behind you, but you're still kind of forward, right? You can see that the shaft is still moving. Go ahead and make your strength check.
Oh, it barely squeaked a 10.
10. All right. You can move it now, and the pad is just barely hitting the wheel. You can see sparks flying everywhere. Now they're kind of like just like spinning off from the front cart, and you can hear the sparks also from the front cart.
And I yell, I go, Jingles, why don't you let everyone live a little, huh?
What, are you crazy?
43 miles per hour.
Trixie's gonna like keep an eye out for any big bends in the road that could
Sure.
really throw everything off, and if she sees any, then she's gonna assist.
Okay, cool. The band is still slight and continues that same arc. Just your speed is picking up. 44 miles per hour. 45. And the cars are actually now starting to teeter just
I look at Malcolm and I go,
Now,
And I
you
sit
want
down.
to use,
I
you
sit
want
down
to use
next.
the brakes, not Jingles.
you would also know that going on,
You
I'm
moving,
okay.
shifting
Are
away
you gonna
probably
just brute force the...
yeah, what?
I sit next to Donna. I snap with a hand on her shoulder. I'm like, I do okay. I'll help you with the brakes.
I just
I will assist Jingles with the brakes as well. I can see everyone's moving out, and we are going pretty
Okay,
fast. So.
then you make with advantage, and who's doing it? You are?
Highlander, Highlander, you sure you don't want to...
You need a job.
You were the one who said I want the brakes.
Touche.
You didn't get to do much in the
I
battle.
have advantage. I have advantage.
Unfortunately, she said.
Watch it.
No,
That would've been a
don't
one.
jinx it.
Nice.
You jinxed it.
So now you don't hear a noise from the front cart as you're giving now all your force onto this thing. Sparks are flying everywhere. You almost have to kind of like duck down inside the ore cart as they shower the walls, as they're going by. You're putting a lot of force onto it. The cart slows down to about 40. It's still moving pretty fast though. That's all you have right now is pretty much you holding on.
I'm holding on to
Yeah,
it.
you're holding on to it.
I didn't know my own strength.
Put it in between the spokes.
You're on the wheel right now.
Okay. So if I helped her, if I put my own weight into it, would it do anything?
Yeah, then she would just roll with advantage. But as you notice, you start to see you ahead of you. You start to see a little tiny faint glow of daylight approach you. Faster, as you continue to move down the shaft, faster and faster and faster and faster. You now come out to the entrance of the exit of this mine shaft. You see ahead of you a bunch of rocks in piles and a bunch of boards, saying you probably shouldn't have made it this far.
Yeah.
It's just the two boards kind of crossed together. You can continue moving on forward. You now see, those of you that can see, you can hear this immense waterfall over off to the side. Everyone roll a dexterity check. Dexterity check.
Man.
Okay,
That's
let's
a
do
7.
that. 18.
That's an 8. Yep.
7.
23.
Thank
Alright.
God.
It's time to try and jump out.
So this is what this is about. So you guys, even with your force of the thing there, you're going maybe about 35 miles per hour now. You're still running towards the end, and you can see that there is a cliff beyond this pile of rocks where the waterfall is coming down. And you probably think maybe it's a good time to tip the cars over. You guys jump out as best as you can. You make a 3-point landing just in the dirt. You also roll pretty,
18.
yeah, you roll pretty high. You kind of do a little tuck and roll kind of thing, and then you catch yourself. The rest of you just tumble with the ore cars themselves. As the ore cars kind of tumble, and you guys are.
You had to have the brakes.
I don't want to hear
How does everyone feel after they've lived a little?
Yeah.
God, I made a terrible mistake.
None of you take any
I'm
damage,
feeling
but
so
you
bad.
do get a little bit. Yeah, a little banged up.
You were right.
You now see before you a huge waterfall cascading down just past this cliff that you're about, right on the face there. You see another little tiny ore cart off to the side that's been moved off the tracks. The ore carts that you were on have now gone and tumbled and now are off the tracks as well, but pretty relatively close to the rock pile itself. You guys have all pretty much kind of scattered as you found your own exits, your own unique exits. You're near the end, the entrance of the mine shaft itself as you've gone out. Followed shortly right by Highland as she's found it, giving a little bit of a tumble. And you can see now ahead of you, beyond the mist from the waterfall, nice serene view. You can see the mountain off to the your right, and the mountain that you were underneath itself over on your left. It just goes up and up and up, and through the clouds you can't even see past that.
Jeez.
So all the way outside.
Yeah.
Are you sure this isn't our god?
I said jeez.
Is this the water source that we've been looking for?
Kind of what I'm
You think that make an intelligence check.
10.
So you can surmise that
It's
the
water.
mountain probably has several sources of water, but this is probably the largest one. And judging by where it's coming from, the very, very, very top of it, you can assume that this is probably one of the, if not maybe the main source of water. Most of you notice too that the waterfall has a hollow sound right where you guys are out, and then it continues on forward. So there's rushing water, but right where it gets to your area, there's a little bit of like this weird echo you're not really too sure of.
Is that coming from where we just came from?
Yep.
No.
No. Oh, it's on the other side.
The backside of water.
You hear
How fast is
The
this
name of my
water?
novel.
the waterfall it's falling. You have at least a good 400 feet above you.
So it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt, right? But you're too far away to really take a notice yet.
Okay.
Just then you hear a, and you see a large eagle head poke its head out from the ore cart that's been laying there for a long time.
It's even better than a skulk.
Huge eagle head, about the size of a horse. It comes out, takes a look at you all, and you can see this huge, majestic creature unfurl its wings. First claw, second talon, hind legs, and a tail. Body of a lion.
Fuck.
About that. Guys, I think we may have encountered a griffin. Possibly. Hi.
And Valky, can you
Do you-
speak to me?
Yes, I know. Can I
Do you speak English? Common.
You think that you probably could.
Habla inglés. No?
I honestly don't have the
Yeah.
heart to kill a griffin.
Technically, it is a monstrosity, but I will. What do you do? What do you?
It just means the knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but a minimum beast can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the DM's discretion.
You know that griffins don't have a high intelligence, so you may not be able to communicate with it very well. He seems startled.
Oh.
That's easy. It's okay, buddy. We're
Do we have
not.
any food?
I have rations. I have a day of rations.
Give him rations.
I'm gonna take out one of my rations and just kind of just.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Hang on. I got a thing for this.
Train him.
Could I use mage hand? Could I use a mage hand to take the food out of Don Ash's hand so he doesn't lose a hand?
I think you just do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You wouldn't. I mean, you feel it.
Sure.
Like that.
Yeah. There we go. All right. And it's just gonna be very gingerly, just loading it on over slowly, over to.
How high do you have it at?
I want to put it a little below his eye level.
So it turns its head a little bit and kind of eyes it for a while.
But definitely between like it and me, so it can see. I'm not doing anything.
It goes to step it. Looks at you again.
That's much tastier.
And it takes its large talon claws and just bats it on the ground, kind of like making it fall to the ground.
Okay, all right, yeah. No, you like to eat off the
He
floor.
kind of
That's
pushes
fine.
it with his beak a little bit.
Okay.
He wants
Did
more
it?
food.
Did it finish it?
No,
or-
it didn't eat it. It didn't like it.
Are there any fish in the water around here? How close are we to the water? You said we're a little ways away still.
The waterfall continues down, so all you have, the only water source you have is the waterfall that's just continuing to cascade down ahead of you. There isn't really like a river or anything like
Oh, okay. So it continues down. It's not really.
Is the waterfall like, okay, so we're on the ledge like this. Is the waterfall at the end of our ledge or is it on the opposite side on another?
So where you're at, like let's say this is the ledge itself, right?
Yeah.
You have a good, it's probably a good like 50 feet out from the mine shaft opening, and then there's the mountain wall to your left.
Right.
Over to your right, you can see the beautiful mountainscape view of the other mountains beyond, and the waterfall just beyond the cliffside. So it's not hitting. I mean, the mist and all that, the various little drops will hit
But
the
it's coming out of our mountain.
the mountain above, far above. You're not even. You can't even really truly see the opening. You just see all the water kind of fall.
But like if this is our cliff, then it's coming right here. It's
Correct.
not over there.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, it's adjacent to you guys.
Okay, cool.
Trixie's actually gonna try and take the eye that she has.
Okay.
She's gonna try to take.
That's not
Your
bad.
face. Well,
No, I'm gonna give it because What's a majestic creature? We have some heart.
How large is
And I'm sure that he probably likes to eat his panthers.
Larger. It's
Or-
got the body of a lion. It's about the size of a lion.
I like it,
And
I
now
like it.
its head, pretty much, if you can imagine it, make up the appropriate size for an eagle of that magnitude.
Blots out the sun.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it could carry us somewhere.
Oh God, it probably right into its stomach.
Like if it could take us up to the water source.
I look at you and I go, did you can we talk to him? Did you?
I could try. I'm gonna try.
Alright. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Yeah, natural 20.
Nice.
Oh.
She just named that fucker. She's like, your name is Steve.
What badge of honor. Alright, what do you say?
I say hi.
Good
You're
start.
awesome. We mean you no harm. We're trying to find the water source and what's blocking it. Have you seen any other creatures around here?
Is this maybe a little over his head?
Did you roll the eye?
I thought I did. I don't know.
Okay, if you do roll the eye, it goes over to him and looks at it.
Roll the eye.
Yeah, roll for eye. The creature brings his head way down to where the.
As he
eye
does
is.
this, I quickly take out the quiver root, which
You're gonna
is
take the other eye.
no, and I shove it in his face. No, I take the quiver root and I give it to Jingles, and I say, like this if anything goes wrong.
What does it do?
Just follow my lead, trust me. And as it's looking at the eye, I just kind of, is it blocking our way to the?
No. It's just really close to where you guys were. So where the mine shaft track ended, where the rock pile was, where the ore carts are, there's another ore cart right next to it. It's rusted, and it's been obviously exposed to the full environment of the crushing water. It seems to have just taken refuge inside of it as like I don't know if it's a home or just
A nest.
a nest or a nap time,
Leave it alone.
a daytime nap area.
Where do we need to go?
You think that, judging by
From
the
the
echo
here, yeah.
from the waterfall itself, that maybe you have to kind of move behind the waterfall.
And where is the waterfall? I'm just trying to like ease
You have a little bit of
past
a triangle.
it. Okay.
You can ease past it.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. As it's looking at the eye, I'm just easing past it towards the waterfall to where I think the
It
hollowness
pays you
is.
no attention.
Okay, and I go.
It looks at the eye and kind of just like plays around with it for a little bit. A large thin tongue goes and like, licks it a little bit.
Not what I expected.
And he's about to. You can see it kind of like almost have that lunging look, but it looks up and goes. Its wings spread out, and as it does, the first gust of wind, you guys all feel the. And it just flies away and goes. As the echoing bird call moves on throughout the canyon.
Yeah, so it made a big bird call?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Trixie's gonna pick up the eye that it left,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
Okay, pick up the eye and we should go.
Steve, you're supposed to talk to me. What
It's
happened?
just gonna like fly off in the distance.
I think maybe we should go.
We should
Yeah,
go.
we
We
should
should
go.
go.
We should go.
I have the squad route back. The quiver route.
As we go.
Give it to him as we
But
run.
it was important.
It was. It didn't serve its purpose. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a smoke bomb.
So, oh, that's
Or it gives off a lot of smoke, essentially. Not necessarily, it doesn't blow up,
that
but
sounds like
yeah. It sounds like a
We
good
booking it?
So yeah, I think did we decide that we're gonna try and see what's behind the waterfall?
Yeah. But is there a way to get shimmy around it, or do we have to jump through it? Because if we jump through it,
It looks like you can, as you get closer to that edge there, you notice that there is a little bit of leeway. Like the rocks are precarious, but you can probably just hug the wall itself, and you'll get pelted with a little bit of water, but it's not the rushing water.
Okay,
It's not
okay.
a massive cascade itself.
Sure.
So
I guess I'm.
So I don't understand where the water's here, yeah?
Mhm.
Like say we're on this cliff.
Mhm.
So go past it where? This way?
I'll bring out the secondary map and show you.
Should I move this stuff?
You can do it there actually. So like that, and I have to go get it because it's way over there now. I don't know why I moved over there.
I feel a bit slighted that Steve didn't even talk to me at all.
Yeah.
I had 25. You should have at least said something.
That's the
He
thing.
did
I
see
don't
us.
think
That
he-
might have been his version of
I
it.
don't think he
That's
can
it.
talk. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say I
he's
don't think he can
unintelligible.
actually talk to us. Yeah. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
So this is your the mine shaft itself. And
So your brain start coming and you don't start coming.
No,
back to the-
no. Please do not sing that song.
That's probably what is going on in Steve's mind the entire time. He's consistent smash mouth on loop.
It's stuck in my head for a week.
so
He just opens it and goes, "Thom, bang." Oh God. It's
so as you
Smash
guys are
Smith
there,
Griffin.
I'll just put that as a little tiny part there. But so if this is the cliff you're at, it still continues on over to this way. It climbed up here and then flew off. The griffin that you didn't fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys rolled well enough that you didn't provoke
It didn't want to eat
yeah.
us.
Over
I'm gonna take
here.
the credit for that. Because
I think that's
Sure.
fair.
Give me
Yeah, I
something.
think that's fair.
Actually,
Really
that-
dominates Steve.
DM to player, yes, that was completely it. The fact that you weren't aggressive to it and you were able to kind of calmly talk to
Rolled
it.
a
For sure.
nat 20.
The waterfall is basically like from where that little pencil sharpener off to the corner of this room there. It's just a huge cascading waterfall, but you're able to basically squeeze right behind it and then carry inward against the mountain face.
So the mountain goes
Yeah.
kind of like this.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Like
there's
imagine this being the mountain there,
Mhm.
and then continuing on, and then the waterfall coming up and then going down. Right. And then you're here going through there, and then inside the mountain. Correct.
Oh, okay.
Are you leading the way? 'Cause if not, Trixie will go ahead and.
Well, I think I am.
You make
'cause
a
I-
90-degree
yeah.
right at the waterfall to your left, inward. And the cave itself, this little tunnel, it's not dug out by dwarves, but just naturally occurring. And you see those rocks jutting out, and it's not a easy crawl through, but you can maneuver your way around the rocks itself.
Tracy, do you want to lead the way just in case there's traps? And just scoot over a bit.
And as you guys walk through, you can hear. Bring this up a little bit. You can hear the water actually up above it behind you, and there are various dripping little columns of water kind of like poking through the ceiling of the cabin that you're at, and you guys continue to make it forward. You have the best, darkest. Oh, you don't have It's so funny. I look at you.
You have the best dark. Oh, you
Should I start wearing a blindfold?
No. And you're like,
Whatever.
roll. Yeah. So you continue on there. Those of you that do have a dark vision.
And I was gonna say, I also have the lights.
I also have
I'm keeping
torches.
those.
Me too.
And if you.
I'm gonna light the tip of my parasol so it's bright light
No!
You're gonna
Your
like
parasol.
Which is dancing.
on fire.
Oh, well, that was short-lived.
It was a designer. You can tell by the color of the glow.
You love us so much.
That's the greatest sacrifice we've seen on this show so far.
I think so.
So yeah, so we've got a little flash.
Okay. Those of you that can actually have can see 60 feet ahead of them in the dark, you see a very, very, very faint glow on the opposite side of this winding, this cavernous tunnel here. Again, nothing is carved. It's more just the natural workings of natural, probably water itself. And you guys make your way through, and you can see two figures just off in the distance. You go ahead and make yourself a perception check for listening.
Is it a 7?
So you hear the water.
Can I make a perception check?
It's a 7.
16.
16. Okay, you can actually, looking at the figures now, you can kind of maybe move an ear towards it, and you can hear. Squabbling.
Can I ask, does this look like natural light or like firelight?
Ahead of you, it looks like natural. Yeah. It's got a
So it looks like there's an
bluish
opening.
tinge to it. Yeah. So you think that this is kind of a little passageway to go through the other side of maybe like another canyon office. So you've been traveling a little bit now.
I have an idea.
Alright.
You have an eye. Are we still crawling? Or are we still like in the
I
text?
did take it back.
Actually, you're not necessarily crawling. She probably ducks down every now and then as the helmet might hit the.
Sure.
I've taken my helmet off.
Okay.
Are the eyes still glowing?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Can I borrow your eye?
If you get it back.
Okay, so I have both eyes like this, and I start just to kind of move like this, and I'm trying my best to imitate with my performance.
So you haven't yet seen them or heard them.
Oh, right.
But if the party members wish to inform me that they are there,
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It's like two figures up ahead of us. Have you guys seen them? It's two people like squabbling at the end of the tunnel.
Swapping.
Yeah, like it sounds like they're like nagging at each other. Like a married couple kind of
That's
thing.
it.
Did you understand
No,
that kind of language?
it's just fun to tone of it.
does anyone here speak goblin at all?
No.
Can I use my actor feat to mimic the sounds?
So you pay attention, you listen, you go like, I really can't. Yeah, you can make some sounds that sound like it, yeah.
Okay. Does anyone know what that sounds like?
We
Sounds
know.
terrifying.
We know
That doesn't sound like a
what
normal
that
person.
sounds like. Are we all
I mean, there are various dialects and various tones amongst the goblins that you have encountered, maybe even in walking around and doing trade and business and all that in your world, even on the islands that you come from. It sounds like it could be a goblin, yeah. It's not like.
Alright.
Guys, I think it may be goblins. I'm wondering if we should turn out all the lights.
Oh.
We have lights on.
Yeah, because
I'm the only one who can't see in the dark.
Yes.
you can hold our hands.
Let's not provoke them, because we need to at least try to get a treaty between them and the dwarves.
Yes.
So I want.
Maybe we should let them know that we're.
My
We
idea.
should let them know that we're unarmed at the very least.
My
We're
idea.
not.
Well,
Yeah.
we should let them think that we are unarmed.
Where are you putting that sword?
It's
Well, press
safely
minor
on my back.
illusion.
We have a white flag.
Yeah. I have my blindfold. No.
Can you conjure a white flag?
Wait.
Do you think? Yeah.
Hold on. Here's the deal. We don't know these goblins. We don't know what kind of mentality they have. We don't know if they're going to be trustworthy, or if they're even going to be open to talking. My suggestion is Trixie and I still have a displacer beast eye. They glow. I can tell you this. If that thing scared the hell out of us, I'm sure it will scare the hell out of them. So, using my performance, I can sulk up there, and if you guys, maybe we can...
Are you gonna say just kidding when you come in?
No. Just kidding. No.
Because I think that the Highlanders is right, because they know what the beasts are, and they may well just attack.
Yeah,
I was gonna say you.
It's two goblins against a displacer beast. That thing took 6 of us to take down.
You don't know what kind of warriors they are. You don't know what level they are.
Also, just saying, we see/hear too. I'm fairly certain that there's going to be a couple more somewhere around. If I know anything about goblins, it's that there's a lot of them.
You only heard a couple of voices.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw 2 figures.
I would be much more confident in speaking to the group of goblins as opposed to just 2 who seem to be squabbling with each other. So,
But
hear
if
me
you
out.
hear
Hear me
might
out.
not be the way to.
Hear me out.
Scaring
What if-
them might put a damper on what we're trying to do.
But what if, on the off chance that I am particularly good at imitating whatever the hell we just fought, you could track where they've run away to, and they might lead us to their...
You're assuming
You
they're
know
gonna
what?
run.
They're both
I
gonna take
think,
one anyway.
I think this is a great opportunity for a learning
To run!
experience.
To what?
For a learning experience, I feel like if Donash has a plan, I think that maybe we should allow him to do Plan A, as long as we have a Plan B ready for when Plan A fails.
But we do want to talk to them, so if we scare them off, we can't talk to them.
Correct, but they potentially lead us to where the rest of them will be.
Okay.
So we want to be surrounded by them
Can
all?
Jingles do made armor on Donash?
I can't cast it on him.
Oh.
Can you minor illusion me?
I can minor illusion you. I can't major. There's
You can
only
be
so
a
much I can fix.
Can you,
You can have a tentacle.
Yeah.
I'll just have a little tentacle.
Can you minor illusion my voice? Like to project? Or no, is that prestidigitate?
I can make a sound. That you're thinking. I think.
Got it.
Because
Yeah.
if
But-
Donash could try it, if they don't run away, we could come up behind
And
and
slay
scold
it.
him. Scold him in front of the goblins.
Oh, that works too. Okay.
So that they know that we are well intentioned, even if they're
Even if this one is
I will
not.
play lame if this is what happens.
Alright, if you're set on it, go for it.
I mean, are you guys okay with that?
I'm a bit
Nah.
worried about you. because
Yeah, I
I'm
think
afraid
okay
don't
is
want
a
you to
strong
die.
word, but
I won't do it if you guys aren't okay with it.
I strongly feel that this could
yeah,
make things not go the way that we want them to.
I think we
I
can
have
find
both eyes in my hand, and I look at everybody and I go, huh?
I do think it's a good idea.
I give him a little pat on the shoulder.
It's
So
only,
we'll have another opportunity
Yeah.
to yes.
it's only because we don't want you to die right now.
Maybe
Yeah.
if we
Yeah.
run into
Life is
another
too short to live.
displacer, then we can do that.
I think this is Hylene's forte, not,
She is a
Being
little
nice to
more
people.
imposing than some of the other
gonna make me
members of
go?
our party. Just saying.
Do you want to try first, Jingles? And I'll be right behind you.
Wait a second. What's that?
Oh, I know. Hypnotize them with your parasol.
You have a great.
That was so
You're
in
gonna
character.
side duck
You
I'll
currently
be.
have
I will
light
be with
cast
you,
on
but
it.
I think
I do have light cast on
because
it.
you are such
Do
a
they hear
charismatic
us?
person.
You're, I mean,
I can give it a shot. I like to think.
We're whispering.
I'd like to think that you guys are whispering.
Yeah, we
Come on, huh? This plan will fail.
I like to think that I can put out a very gentle persona.
Yes, and I don't. Have you traded with goblins at all? in your-
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You do
But I
have-
can wing it. Don't worry.
She does
I'm
have
good.
a statue that
Okay,
may
this is
win
true.
a
Okay, so
favor.
then I will take the statue that I bought at the bazaar, and I have it.
Ooh.
I have it in my hands. I have my helm off, so I'm not as.
I've actually got a really good idea.
Okay.
Do you want to come up with me and hold that?
Absolutely.
Just awesome. Okay, all right.
Approach them slowly,
Yeah.
so
Nope.
they don't think that we're attacking.
I got the eyes just in case. Plan B, guys.
Leave the
One
eyes
eye,
alone.
In case everything goes to shit, Dawn Ashes are ready.
Yeah. Are you gonna stay next to me while this happens?
Yeah, sure.
Will you be my plan B if this?
You're gonna be eye number 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
She's gonna just like take one of the eyes out.
They're like, what the hell?
It's displacing.
Run! Alright.
Okay, yeah. So I'm totally down for this. I think that we can.
So let's slowly approach the goblins.
I'm gonna, have the parasol, and I'll have my little dancing fireflies kind of around, just so they are aware that we're approaching slowly.
Okay.
I make a fart noise for him.
Make a performance.
That's a performance.
Don't let him into the group.
That's a 11. No, 12.
All right.
It's a tiny
So
one.
as
It's a
you-
tiny
As
one.
you guys approach, you can hear behind you go. And you're not really sure what that was.
But I throw it in his direction.
Right, you throw
Yeah.
your voice a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. You continue to walk, and now, even still, you can see the silhouetted figures from the light behind them, from the daylight that's piercing through the cave there. You can see one of them with a spear, and the other guy with a little tiny, smaller than normal pickaxe, just kind of like platform. And they're like,
No one speaks goblin. Oh my god.
Hello
Got
there.
the goblin with the spear will go.
Yes. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Very good. Very good.
Oh yeah,
Very
that's
good.
gonna win the
Oh,
favor.
yeah, I know.
I was about to ask if they spoke common, but I think I learned the answer. We come in peace.
Oh?
Yes. We come in peace, and we seek to do business. Business. My lovely assistant.
They point. He points his spear a little bit towards you, just off.
I step forward and I give Jingle like one of these. I'm like, don't be so patronizing.
So as
Yeah,
we're
right.
as
Sorry.
we're walking forward, I set my
Right
helm on the
now.
ground. I show them my mace, and I gently put that on the ground.
You kind of follow it along with the.
And then I have I have one hand up because I'm holding the equal in the other.
You notice the other goblin actually put down his pickaxe and grab the spear that's laying next to.
Oh great, they're arming themselves. Perfect.
And see, we come because we want to do business with you, and I would like to attempt to push the little statue on the ground. I'm not super strong, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle.
It's
It's a little one.
yeah.
Okay, all right. In that
She
case,
was
no,
lugging
yeah.
a statue on her back.
I was picturing like a big. Yeah.
That's why the car was going so fast.
So this is for your king, your chief, your president, your leader. Any of those ring
Your
bells?
Shah.
Your Shah, just naming off.
I just put my hand in my...
Yeah.
How do they...
For him, this is a gift for him. If he speaks to us, we want to talk, have powwow.
How do they take over, please?
Have power. We love you long time.
On my
Jesus.
colleague's behalf, he meant no offense. He's just not well versed in the ways of goblins. But we do come in peace. We do come to speak to your leader about a proposition with your water source.
They kind of back up a little bit, like just where they're standing, just kind of they close their heads together, and you hear them whisper a little bit back and forth. One of them walks over, not aggressively, but takes the spear to the butt end and kind of moves it. The statue kind of topples it over onto the ground, backs up a little bit. And they put their spear on their back,
they grab all their days like winnings, if you will.
Just playing craps.
Yeah. You can see a few little, actually a shiny,
Stop. Stop.
a shiny sheen to the rock there. You can probably like mine.
Yeah, you actually have to work for this one.
So,
I guess you and I come out from the shadows.
okay.
Do I know any? Is there any indication as to what, like, a
Now that you've
specific
had a
tribe
pretty
they belong
decent
to?
look at them, they are wearing like skinned animals for like leathers and such like that.
So they're
It's this little patchwork
hunter-gatherer
hunter-gatherer
type.
thing.
Do I know what any of their customs would be as far as like approaching their leader or their chief?
None come out to none that you can recollect.
But what?
They, from what you know, the little you know about goblins, you gather that maybe just the general formalities of greeting new people would probably be the best bet here.
Okay.
But then again, you can kind of tell by their crude pickaxes and spears that everything's kind of like wrapped around in sinew. There's no real like nailing or anything like that. One of the spears is actually made out of stone. So take that for what you want.
I walk up to meet the rest of the group, but I am very swaggerly, just tossing the eye up and down, just like this.
Did the goblins take the statue, or is the statue sitting there?
They actually just toppled it over.
Okay, then as we walk past, Trixie's gonna pick that up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I walk up and I go, we headed somewhere then.
Yeah, put that away.
Do they notice?
You don't think that they actually noticed it?
I
No?
put it away. I thought I'd be like, oh, they killed a beast.
It
Yeah.
might,
So cool.
It might come in handy when we meet their chief.
Yeah.
So
Show them that we're capable. Yeah.
You
could
can have a
have-
statue.
it
You
could
don't
be
like that?
something
I
of
can give him the
interest to him.
spear.
It could be something that we could use. Like as a,
I think
yeah,
it's a good
not
thing it gives us street
necessarily,
cred.
but Yeah.
That's why I was.
Street
Yeah,
cred.
Yes,
that's
well,
right.
you
We
Yeah,
got
it's
street
game
cred.
cred.
He
It's
knows
game
what I'm
cred.
trying to do. Shit.
So the goblins turn around and they after they finish packing their little backpacks, they move on, kind of in single file, just kind of moving along at a more picked up pace. I don't want to say double time necessarily, but it's a little faster.
It's a trot.
It's a trot. It's like a light jog. They kind of like they're a little bit more nimble than you are.
They're just walking ahead of us.
Shorter than you.
You're
Oh,
taller than
no.
someone.
I'm trying to check.
Short to check, yeah.
I'm just curious.
Check for shortness.
So they're just walking ahead of us, just normal.
Well, yeah.
So I think that went well, guys. Right?
Hang on, we.
They're moving ahead of you, but they're not.
Near you.
I mean,
I
if
don't
you
win.
don't run with
We're-
them,
we're
they
keeping up,
will.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
What I'm saying is they turn their backs on us, so that's for good.
Yeah, they trust
Sign,
us. Yeah, they
right?
trust us.
They're not
Or they
like.
don't see us
Are
as a
you?
threat.
Okay.
That was kind of my approach.
Alright, yeah, so I start. I guess we all
Yeah,
start
pick up the robes and
Okay.
run after them.
as you guys
Fancy.
exit this part of the cavern that you were in, you notice a beautiful opening. There are both sides are steep with the mountain walls themselves. It's kind of like a deep canyon that's been carved in between two of the peaks. You see the water flow near like a river, a good 20 feet wide, and it goes into the mountain. This is a different water source than the one that you were at, you can imagine. So you can hear birds chirping and all that. The trees move along as you kind of walk with them, and you see every now and then a goblin kind of like look around and look at you curiously, and then maybe just kind of look back down, and you can see them kind of like talk to the goblins that are ahead of you with like signs and whatnot. You kind of pick it up as their version of a thieves' camp, yeah, but you're not. It's cryptic still, yeah, still it's different symbols than the ones you're used to.
Can I try and pick up, like, see if I see any that they're using commonly or that I can kind of understand to possibly
You
use
can
later?
understand that they might be talking about if everything's okay, and then to continue on. Okay, got it.
Can I do I understand any of the hand gestures in such a way that I could maybe repeat, like,
Yeah.
okay or something?
Make an investigation check.
Just throw up a casual middle finger.
15.
Okay, you gather like the safe.
Okay,
You get travel on and then meeting. Those are the few things that you gather. And it's pretty a lot like it's almost like American sign where you can like together. You know, like okay, you understand? Yeah, it's almost obvious. Yeah, exactly. You know, without throwing the okay or that you kind of gather what they're talking about. A few more goblins are there by the stream. They're fishing. You can see a few up in the canopy of the treetops there. They're kind of keeping an eye. They're looking at you, and they have crude spy glasses and all that. And they put them down when they get too close. So you now gather that there are probably about 15 or so that are kind of doing their own little thing and kind of either paying you no mind, or every now and then will just glance at you and kind of like with curiosity. So it's not. You're not too, you don't look like you're much of a threat to these guys. They're doing their own thing, and
Because we are not threatening looking, or because
that you don't know. They don't seem to. The two that are moving ahead of you haven't really turned their back or turned their head back towards you. They assume that you're following. And
we're dumb.
Now, guys, I have hindsight, but did we see any bones of dwarves that would lead us to believe that the people that went ahead of us died before they got to the
no. You haven't seen it. Even in the fast passage of the mine carts, you haven't really seen any kind of like things off to the side. And with the occasional maybe a shovel or a pickaxe that's gone, for people who have gone down this far and left through there.
Let's add to that a new theory. I'm thinking, is it so lovely up here? The dwarves that went missing that just decided to
They pulled like a Jack Sparrow on that deserted island.
They become their king. Obstruction, like a dam or anything in the water?
So as you move along, right, you guys are moving. You're hugging the right side of this river. So the entrance of this mine hugs the mountain that you were basically you just walked into, right? The mountain on the other side is, you're not sure where that what peak that is, but you assume that the mountain that you're hugging on the right side is the one that you were underneath previously, the one that led you to the mine shaft itself. So, and as you continue moving on, you notice that there are stone quarries, small ones, where the rock has been removed, and you continue moving on further, and there's more, and then you guys just move past an outcropping of rock, and you come across a dam being built. It's in its final stages, but it still has workings to go.
Do we perceive or percept any bodies of dwarves in the dam?
No.
Okay.
Like they use them for mortar? Is that
Yes.
They're all cemented into them.
No. These they're a wider stone than the ones that were underneath the dwarves were using, but they are like a pale stone, large, almost like a sandstone, but a little bit tougher than that. And you can see that the dam itself is built for the most part. And they have a system for allowing water to flow out, but it isn't substantial, So they have the water flowing out, but they seem to be wanting to hold the water back for a purpose. And as you guys kind of move near the dam now, as it gets closer and closer and closer, you can see it's high up. Like these guys have been working for a while, and you can see little tiny, smaller. If you can imagine the goblin. Now think of half the size of that. Weird little creatures, round faces, green skin, shorter, stubbier ears, no long nose, beady black eyes, large. They're just little tiny, like pug-like creatures, but they're upright, they're bipedal, and they're hauling huge rocks on their backs, moving very, very slowly. Rocks much larger than them that you can imagine are going to be the stoneworks for the dam itself. So they're just carrying these little things. They're moving. You can kind of hear them like
They're so.
I mean, they're kind of adorable. Yeah.
It's like so
what-
ugly it's cute. Like
So were the pygmies
Galaxy
in.
Quest right now.
Exactly. Oh my god. Exactly.
Does it or have a set?
does it?
this where we find princess?
Yes, it would.
That's the
To answer that question, it would fit in the haversack.
Would it? Oh
It
my!
would.
Would it
I'm
die in
just
the haversack?
Like,
Make an intelligence check.
Okay, I
Oh
wanna
my
know.
god, are
This
we
is
taking
important.
prisoners?
Oh.
I guess we're gonna have to find out,
Jesus,
Gil.
yeah.
isn't a prisoner? It's okay.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
What?
That's what they
You know?
said
Not entirely
back in the
sure.
day.
Not entirely sure, but you can imagine that it might not be.
It might
good.
not be a great
Might not
idea.
be good for long term. The little guys.
No worries, I have a goblin in my pack.
There was-
Oh my god, it's just like...
Garnish, can you sense these characters?
Oh, they're
Sense,
so cute.
what do you mean sense?
Like sense, like basic appearance.
So have I
would assume.
ever heard
Yeah,
of
you
any...
can as you kind of walk by, they come into your range of vision, and yeah, they're small little creatures. They're you can probably hold one
Would you
up
know
and then
what-
maybe
would you have encountered
40
them at all?
pounds.
I can try and see.
And would I have ever, like, learned about these things in my travels, or... Okay, alright.
15 on trying to intelligence check, trying to see if I know or recognize these
You
types
have
of creatures.
never seen these creatures before. As far as you know, they look like weird goblin children? Question mark. But they don't have the same features as goblin, and you can tell by the way they're working. They almost feel like a beast of burden of
Yeah,
some kind.
they're like
Though small,
enslaved.
right?
Are they smaller than dwarves?
Well, much smaller.
Okay. was
They
like,
are
oh my God.
maybe, I want to say maybe a foot and a half, if not 2 feet maximum. They range in size, but they are able to carry large stones on their back.
That would come in super handy. Not that I would use it ever for that sort of purpose.
We're in the business of heroism, not
slave
trading.
It's a
Yeah.
squire of sorts.
I've forgotten. With the water source, is it that the water source is tainted by something, or the water source is
It's
locked?
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
locked.
Okay,
It's-
so this
yeah.
is exactly
So
what we're
this
looking
is
for.
yes.
All right.
Got it. You just point right at the thing.
All
Very
right.
clever.
And you guys walk up. There are stairs on your side of the dam that kind of lead up there. Basically, all it really is just a bunch of stonework that they kind of left there for the purpose of stairs. In the meanwhile, while they go ahead and build this dam, and you guys walk up to the very, very top of this dam, and you still see like there's areas that you have to avoid because the stones are not in place yet. And you can look off to the right-hand side beyond the upstream of the river. And you can see that the water has gone up considerably.
Quite a bit, yeah.
You look ahead of you, and you can see that the dam is pretty straight. I mean, these guys are pretty crafty. And then just beyond, a giant watermill that's loading buckets and bringing them down to the water level and bringing them up. And as you guys continue to walk on this, so as you guys continue to walk on the dam there, you get closer and you see the pails empty out into a channel. And you can see it kind of move over beyond a rock where you cannot see even further, but the aqueduct, if you will, moves on behind the rock face to the opposite side of this canyon that you're at. You guys make it all the way over to the other side of this dam, and you're able to see now a few more goblins kind of just stationed there. They look over to you and they they don't really give you a whole lot of facial expressions back at you. They're just kind of just watching you for the most part. Those that are on guard, they're just kind of making sure.
This is impressive what you guys have done. You did a really good job.
The two that are you're talking to the guards.
Goblins, yeah.
The guard
Goblins, yeah.
Goblins.
The goblins.
They continue to keep their eyes on you, but that there's no real expression beyond that. You guys,
Sorry, one last question. So you said this is a different water source than the waterfall that we previously saw.
the waterfall, correct?
Okay, where is the waterfall in relation to this?
It's so imagine if you have this river and you have the dam, and that river goes into the mountain. The waterfall is probably coming from up there. And where you imagine there are other mountains and icefall and all that. Not so much glaciers, but the icefall kind of collides and then streams off to the side of the other mountain.
Okay.
These mountains tend to have a lot of waterfalls.
So how far away is the waterfall from where we are, feet-wise?
Behind you, I would say a good maybe 800 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I look at you guys and I go, I have no idea what the hell these things are. But since you two have already made a parlay with them, I'm going to go ahead and just let you lead the way. Also, where's the did we give him the statue?
No, we've got the. We've got.
We got. Did you in your sleeve? Like.
I was trying to hide it. It didn't fit.
Right. All right. Well.
I'm just looking around amazed at what these goblins have built. And now I'm wondering how are we going to... Because we can't just ask them to leave.
That's what I'm wondering. Is there any way we can have them use the waterfall instead, if that is not the water source that the dwarves are using?
That's a brilliant idea.
That is a brilliant idea.
There's a purpose. There's like it's an epiphanic moment.
But yeah, can I've had an apostrophe. Can I look around at the stone, the rock in the surrounding area? Am I seeing anything? Because the dwarves said that they had already mined all of the resources out of this area, right? So they've already taken everything. Does it? I mean,
Not this
well,
area.
not
this area.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You can imagine that the water source itself, because it leads into the mountain, they haven't gone this far back.
Okay.
They just knew that it was inside the mountain, and they were able to harvest it. Basically, through mining,
Okay.
the water came out. They're like, well, we can use it.
Okay.
They don't know where exactly it stems from. They
Okay,
just
so
know
they
that the
haven't
water
gone
pressure
into this.
not to this
Okay.
part. Yeah.
Alright.
Or
Interesting.
the majority of them haven't.
Do I see any of the goblins' own mining operations going on here? I know you said that there are several of them working and
Working
watching.
the quarry, so they have long spade-like things that dig into the stone, and they're able to kind of break off large square cubic blocks, if you will, and then the little guys kind of hoist them up. And sometimes they're a little bit rough, but you can see some other stone workers kind of chipping away at it, making the bases perfectly flush
Okay,
and square.
so they're not mining necessarily for mineral or for iron or anything like that. They're doing
I would
this specifically
suggest
for
we just go
construction.
ask them.
Yeah.
We're already there.
Yeah.
Might as well just go talk to these guys and see what they're all about.
Yeah,
They
let's
seem
chat.
open to it.
So you guys continue on, and you guys get closer to the large water construct. They're the water mill that has these giant pails that empty the water into the channel, and you follow the channel now. You go underneath it. You can see a little bit of the dripping from the crude workings, and you guys crest over this little hill and into a valley, beautiful valley. Snow-capped mountains everywhere beyond it, and you have, I want to say it goes half a mile deep and a good maybe half a mile wide at the widest, but there's various rock formations that kind of carve the valley out. There's a lot of trees, there's a lot of bushes, and you can imagine that they probably liken this area for a certain reason. The water is feeding the channel, and the channel continues out towards various little small farmsteads and out towards various the homes where they're able to take the water. And
They have an actual little goblin city going on over here. It's goblin utopia.
and now you can see ahead of you
Ammonia.
a bunch of little huts. A large one in the center, and then a bunch probably a good 20 or 25 or so little huts on the perimeter. There are large wooden beams sticking out of the earth, where they're hoisting up dead animal flesh and all that they've harvested and gutted, and are now just canning the hides. Huge piece. You don't even know what they're from, and so you can imagine that they hunt themselves, and they're able to do the whole cycle of life thing and use up most of the animal. And you can see tusks from various animals. You see as you continue on further into the valley itself, flowers and farms where they're growing their own fruit and vegetables and other stuff. Finally, you guys get pushed into the center, and you can see a lot of people or a lot of the goblin people walk out of their homes as they hear a bunch of commotion from other goblins themselves. All talking goblin, none of them talking common. And you walk into the very, very center of this town. There's a giant pole sticking out with two huge horns pointing out to the side, much like a bull's. Yeah, exactly, a bull's horns. Just pointing out to the side. There's a few little weird goblin symbols with a piece of hide attached to it, and then just the pole to the ground. The ground itself has a huge cauldron. You can imagine, probably for their meals and their village two goblins. One of them stops you. Shaman.
Chief Shaman. Yeah.
And he kind of like, takes a spear and kind of puts it against his chest at a diagonal, not aggressive. The other goblin walks into the large hut. And after a while, you can't even hear anything at all.
I lean over and I go, guys, I think that's the cauldron they're gonna cook us in.
Literally took the words out of my mouth. And I was like, this is why we're friends. I just start like rubbing myself in the dirt.
Assumption. Make assumption about these goblins.
You're a shaman. Never get signed.
Newfound respect for these guys.
Did we see any signs?
Was that before or after you?
Of any
You patronized them.
No signs yet of the dwarves. After a moment.
Can I tippy toe look into the cauldron?
It's empty.
Oh, it's empty.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. See, we're good, guys.
It's
We're
the
good.
dwarves.
Oh
God.
Going to be W's into.
This pole thing. Is this like a mini pole, or is this like just like the center of the town center, or is there something more magical about this?
No, it looks like kind of like a maypole. It's more of a symbolic stature of maybe the tribe itself. Have the painting. It's a crude painting. You can't really tell from this angle too, looking high up. But you were kind of able to see it was painted in a little red paint, not blood. Well, you can't even see it.
Yeah. It's blood, guys.
You're blind. Shut up.
Yeah. So, alright.
Maybe it's just the blood from your blindfold.
Right.
But you can feel that this goes pretty high up, and you can just.
It's not like a siren of sorts.
No.
Like a war horn.
Think of like a totem, if you will.
Sure.
There are carvings on the wood itself, but just minor. There's nothing substantial. Nothing with like a visage of a face or anything like that.
When we're surrounded by lots of these tiny goblins.
No. Well, there are little workers every now and then, but the majority of them were over by the dam,
Okay.
hauling the rocks back and forth.
Well, you've got us this far, haven't you? Go ahead and
So we see the chieftain kneel and show him as much respect as you show the dwarven keeper.
Just then, the flaps open. The goblin that you saw earlier comes out and walks in front of the opening there and moves to the side. Another goblin with another spear walks over and moves to the side, kind of holding the flaps of this leather. And you see a large platform, move forward. Two little tiny the grunts there are kind of holding the thing up. You can see they're sweaty, but if little things could sweat, these little guys could sweat. And out from the center of this platform, you see this grand shaman. Huge, I wouldn't call it a headdress, but there's something on his head. There's furs, there's a couple of feathers sticking out, there's bone tusks. There's a little symbol.
An owl pellet is on his head.
It's kind of. It looks just a mismatch, but it's definitely a symbol of power amongst these people. He's got what looks to you like kind of like an axe, but it's shamanic in nature. It's wooden, but it's in the shape of an axe that has like weird little barbs and other little symbols that you can't really quite tell from the distance. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I wanted to hear him talk.
No Duggins.
Alright.
Man, well, good stuff.
Yeah, thank you guys for sticking around and watching. Like I said before, if you guys like what you see here, please share, please follow, and tell your friends about it. Because it helps us out and it's free for you. So.
And one of you can win a dice next week.
That's
Right.
right.
Next week, yep, I'll have a D6. I'll have that up for giveaway.
Give up.
For
You can tell how much he likes this.
Mine, my precious. Yeah, guys, thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Obviously, these guys do too.
Of course.
Any last words that you guys have? Anything you guys have?
Sundays at 5:30 Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
And check
Every
out our
Sunday,
Instagram and
yeah.
Twitter pages if you forget.
That's right. Yeah, we'll definitely be blasting it out every so often.
Blasting it. So duck and cover.
Again, thank you guys.
Alright.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week.
See you later.
Bye.